Carolina, with the best in professional pest control. Family and veteran owned and operated. From crawl space encapsulation to termites to wildlife to pest control to structural repair
Okay.
to waterproofing. They do it all. Call 704-732-2227. Online at bugbusters.com. Like them on Facebook too. Who you gonna call? Bug Busters.
Heading to the big game? Head first to Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC in Lincoln, where the prices are
Oh, that's
falling.
Forestview.
Right now, get up to $6,800
Oh, you don't have weights for
off
yours.
the new
I was
Chevy
wondering how
Silverado.
much 90
That's not
weighs.
all. Get up to $5,000 off the new GMC Sierra. But
That's for
not
sure.
all Buick SUVs are priced so low, they can't even mention it on the air. Come in for the details. And don't forget about the
Bounce
Carl
off.
Bravo certified vehicles.
Too much to
Get
move.
inventory online at AbernathyChevrolet.com, located at 1445 East Main Street in Lincoln.
Get ready
I'm
to
sorry.
celebrate 100 years of tradition, family fun, and
I can-
unforgettable
you're breaking
memories
up.
at the Cleveland County Fair in Shelby, North Carolina. Presented
Yes.
by Albemarle. From thrilling rides and exciting games to delicious food and
All right, whoever's doing the scoreboard graphic is going to be. They're starting at 14-0 in the first quarter. East Lincoln.
This historic event at North
Yep.
Carolina's largest county fair. Grab your tickets today
Okay.
at clevelandcountyfair.com, and let's make this a celebration to remember.
Yep, that's the starting point.
100% ATV
Okay,
sale
thanks.
is underway at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get 0%
We're on.
financing
Whenever we
for
want to stop a
36
commercial and
months
go.
for up to $1,000 in customer cash. And check out the line of Kawasaki
Go to this
bikes.
one,
Save
20
up to
seconds.
$2,000 on select
Sure.
models. Select a Honda ATV and get up to $300 in free accessories.
I just don't wanna
Plus,
have
don't
another
miss
week
the
where-
Yamaha
Yeah.
Wayrunner Best of Show sales event. Come in for the details at Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a special Thursday night edition of Lincoln County High School football. Tonight we're at East Lincoln High School as the suspended game from 13 days ago will start up and we'll go to completion. Looks like we don't have any weather concerns tonight. Once again, Dave Potter here along with Scott Tudor, and this is just a different situation. It's just not something I've seen or dealt with before. Usually once I get to a game, they finish it. But not this time. So this sets the stage for you. 13 days ago, East Lincoln got the opening kickoff, drove right down the field, scored on a Chris Daly 22-yard touchdown run. Mulkey added the kick. It was 7-0. And then 3 plays into the drive for Forestview, there was a fumble. Brody Hager recovered, and then immediately after that, 22-yard touchdown pass to T.J. Griffin. Kick was good. It was 14-0. Forestview got the ball, was driving down the field a bit. We were watching the Lightning come in. We were watching the Lightning from the south all game long, and all of a sudden we looked the other direction to the north. Here comes the storm that was going to cause the issue. So the storm rolled in, and it stayed in Stanley, which was inside the 10-mile limit. So the game was suspended about 9:45. So we've got 3:05 to go in the first quarter. It's going to be one of these weird starts. First play is going to be 4th and 22 from the East Lincoln 39 for Forestview.
Yeah, so you're kind of wondering, kind of no man's land there. Obviously too far maybe for a field goal, too close to punt. Do they have something up their sleeve maybe to kind of
Well, they've had a lot of time to
Jumpstart.
practice. Whatever they want to do. So that is the situation we're coming into. Not something they usually deal with. And as you'll hear in the coach's interview, this has had an impact on their season. This is normally their bye week. So you're trying to rest some people. You've got number 1 in 3A Hickory and number 12 overall in the state. They're 12th ranked period statewide regardless of class.
And I hope, if they're any better than last year, that's
scary.
That's unbelievable, yes.
Because they could chuck it all over the place. They had a good running attack. The defense wasn't world class, but it certainly got the job done. People did score on them, but they just outscored them. It was
Yeah, they really didn't care if you scored or not.
It's like watching Texas Tech and Oklahoma. It's like, okay, we're going to score like crazy and see if you can keep up. And they had a lot of games like that. A lot of games in the 40s. And they'd give up almost 20 points a game. But anyway, so that they have Hickory next week. So you're trying to get ready for this game, but not go so hard because you've got Hickory next week. I believe it's here. Let me look at my thing here.
Well, it's kind of interesting is that, in a way, we're kind of affected by weather both sides. Obviously on the front end, but, we're playing on a Thursday night. So maybe in a way that in it one day earlier, but still kind of helps to, as you mentioned, because this was supposed to be the bye week, to rest some players, make sure everybody's healthy, ready to go against Hickory. You still get maybe an extra day. So
they will get the extra day.
Perfect,
that's courtesy of Hurricane Francine. We're supposed to get some effects from that here, but I don't think it's supposed to be very much. Last amateur weatherman here, what can I say? That's what happens when you go to college at Oklahoma with a bunch of meteorology friends. Well, I think we're only supposed to get about an inch, and we could use it. Golf courses are getting crusty, a little too crusty, getting dried out. My yard is too, so a good rain would be nice. So the situation is that, and I'd like to remind you that Lincoln County High School football is brought to you by our title sponsor, Bug Busters of Lincolnton, and you're currently listening to the Stadium pregame show brought to you by Full Throttle Power Sports of Lowell. So again, we look back at the situation as it was. Let's see here. East Lincoln had only run 8 plays to get those 2 touchdowns. 3 runs by Daly, 5 passes by Grant Wallace, completed 3 of them, 1 for 45 yards to T.J. Griffin, 1 for 12 yards to Jalen Fletcher McLean, and the touchdown toss of 22 yards to T.J. Griffin again. So they've already got 79 yards on passing and 30 yards rushing and 3 carries. So good start for them. But you've got this big play here. If they can get a stop, which 4th and 22 you would think they would, turn right around and score again, they're going to be in good shape.
Yeah, like you say, we were kind of, maybe I was kind of wondering who the rain delay at the time would benefit more. I mean, Forestview was getting a little bit of a ground, running some plays, getting some offense. But, they weren't able to stop East Lincoln at all. So you were kind of wondering, who does this help at that point? But after 13 days, I still think East Lincoln, obviously, after last week's big win against Lincolnton, I think they haven't missed a beat, and they may be even feeling more confident as they come into this. But
I think they would too, because they kind of struggled early against Stuart Kramer, pulled away in the second half, but that was just a beat down on Lincolnton. They scored early, they scored often. If I read correctly, they scored on their first 8 possessions. They just went. Lincolnton had nothing for them. Almost 600 yards offense. They had 297 passing and 275 rushing. That's a great balance.
Yes.
And one thing that's big about the 275 rushing, they did it without Chris Daly. From what I understand, Daly got injured last week. I would be surprised if we see him this week with conference starting next week.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy to put him out there, especially if you can get the stop here, go down and score. Now you're up 3 scores at least. Hey, you can pull in the horns and try and keep people healthy.
Yeah, like I say, and then on the Forestview end, you're kind of hoping that they could, again, new coach and Coach Rayfield, trying to get something going, trying to turn things around, maybe get things started here this year, and they didn't do any better last week against Ford. Again, only scoring 1 touchdown, and I believe it was 38-7 or 31-7 or something against Ford. So, they got to come in here and try to find something, and it's going to be interesting against, again, an East Lincoln team that's ready to go, and looks like they're hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah, they lost to Freedom last week.
Freedom, my fault.
Hey, started with an F. You're good.
Oh, yeah.
It's out that way. Head towards Morganton. You'll hit both. You'll get to both there. Yeah, just 196 yards offense, and Christian Holland, who's their big bell cow, had 116 of those. So the rest of the team didn't do much. So what we'll do is we'll take a timeout here on the stadium pregame show, brought to you by Full Throttle Power Sports of Lowell. We'll play a couple commercials, and then we'll be back with our in-game interview with Coach Lubowitz. That's a first.
Ram Power days are underway at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Lincoln. Power on with the strength of a new Ram truck. Now get $3,000 retail consumer cash allowance on most new 2025 Ram 1500 models. And now get $2,000 bonus cash allowance on the new 2024 Ram ProMaster models. Power on during Ram Power Days at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1442 East Main Street in Lincoln. Call Bean Brothers Landscaping in Lincoln and ask about their lawn care agreements for both residential and commercial, starting at $199 per month, including mowing, edging, string trimming, and blowing. Silver, gold, and platinum packages are available on a 12-month agreement, including 41 yearly visits, 30 weekly March through September, 11 off-season visits during October through February. And they'll even clean out your flower beds. Call Bean Brothers Landscaping at 704-718-4988. 969 Reachville Road in Lincoln. Online at beanbrotherslandscaping.com. Like them on Facebook too.
For your pest control for your home or business, who you gonna call? Bug Busters. For over 25 years, they've been serving North and South Carolina with the best in professional pest control. Family and veteran owned and operated. From crawl space encapsulation to termites to wildlife to pest control to structural repair to waterproofing. They do it all. Call 704-732-2227. Online at bugbusters.com. Like them on Facebook too. Who you gonna call? Bug Busters.
Heading to the big game? Head first to Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC in Lincoln, where the prices are falling. Right now, get up to $6,800 off the new Chevy Silverado, but that's not all. Get up to $5,000 off the new GMC Sierra, but that's not all. All Buick SUVs are priced so low, they can't even mention it on the air. Come in for the details. And don't forget about their Car Bravo certified vehicles. See the complete inventory online at AbernathyChevrolet.com, located at 1445 East Main Street in Lincoln.
Get ready to celebrate 100 years of tradition, family fun, and unforgettable memories at the Cleveland County Fair in Shelby, North Carolina, presented by Albemarle. From thrilling rides and exciting games to delicious food and live entertainment, there's something for everyone. Join us from September 26th to October 6th for this historic event at North Carolina's largest county fair. Grab your tickets today at clevelandcountyfair.com, and let's make this a celebration to remember. The Suzuki King Quad 100% ATV sale is underway at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get 0% financing for 36 months or up to $1,000 in customer cash. And check out the line of Kawasaki bikes. Save up to $2,000 on select models. Select a Honda ATV and get up to $300 in free accessories. Plus, don't miss the Yamaha Wave Runner Best of Show Sales event. Come in for the details at Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
Well, I tell you what, I am so excited to watch this game tonight. Sheriff will get back home on home field after being on the road for 2 weeks. We've got some guys that are really.
And now joining us on the stadium pregame show and accident. Let me try that again. I got something I wanted to do. Didn't work right. Okay, take two. Coming in 3, 2, 1. And now joining us on the stadium pregame show, and actually it might also be the stadium in-game show, brought to you by Full Throttle Power Sports of Lowell, is the head coach of the East Lincoln Mustangs, Dave Lubowitz. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
This is the first time I've ever interviewed a coach in the middle of the game without having a sideline mic or reporter, so this is kind of neat. Yeah, so to refresh everybody's memory, it's 14-0. There's 3:05 to go in the second quarter.
First quarter.
First quarter, that's right. Mother Nature took over from there. So this is kind of a weird situation. Does this change how you prepare for it, the fact that the game has actually started?
Yeah, we tried not to. We've told the kids all week long, not to worry that we're up 14-0 and, it's fourth down for them and blah, blah, blah. But it's kind of hard to not, realize you're up 14-0. It's going to be kind of hard to go through your whole pregame routine and get back in the locker room and go back out on the field and it's 14-0. It's just going to be weird. It's just a weird situation, but I hope our kids handle it well.
So you said there's different. The preparation's been a little different. How do you feel though about, in essence, losing your bye week?
Yeah, it's tough. So we've been kind of light on the kids, and then with the game getting moved to Thursday instead of Friday, it's a shortened week anyhow. But that bye week or that off week is so important. These kids, you ask them to hit and hit and hit every day. And, on Friday nights, you want them flying around, and then all of a sudden you don't get that off week. I think, it's good for our mental health too, coaches and players, to get that, just a little bit of time back. So that was tough on them. But like I said, we've been lighter on them this week than we would have normally been on a game day or a game week.
So you're 2 1/4 games into your season. How does the season look versus what you thought it might be before the season started?
I think before the season started, we had a lot of questions about defensively, who was going to step up and who was going to be able to fill roles that we were losing on the D-line, at linebacker, and in the secondary. We kind of felt pretty good about our skill guys offensively. We were questioning our skill guys defensively, and I think, 2 1/4 games in, the young kids are doing pretty well. The kids are getting themselves in a good place to be successful, so I'm pretty happy with it.
Well, you've certainly been able to get some kids in and get them some playing time that may not be your starters. Looking at the Lincolnton game, big victory there, almost 600 yards offense. What didn't go right for you that night?
Yeah, just about everything went right. We had way too many penalties. We had 2 roughing the passers. We had a taunting. We had a little a personal foul because of some talking going on. So we need to clean that up, the personal fouls. But really beyond those 15-yarders and a couple drives, we started 1st and 15 because of false starts or bad alignment. But really the penalties we need to clean up. But really the rest of that game was pretty good. Our film session on the Lincoln and stuff was pretty short offensively and defensively because we did a lot of good things.
So you come into the game with Forestview. You've seen them for about 9 minutes. Has your game plan changed based on what you've seen so far?
No, I don't think so. I think if we can come out the gate and get a stop here, and then turn around and get a drive and put some points, either a field goal or a touchdown up, I think that might change our game plan a little bit, because then you'll be up 17 or 21. And then that helps, because now you're 3 scores up. You can play a little bit more, hands off. But if we don't get a stop and we don't get a score, then I think our game plan just kind of stays the same. And then you have to adjust to what they figured out in the last week and a half.
So after this, you've got the start of the conference season, and it is front-loaded. You get Statesville and Hickory in the first 2 weeks. And North Lincoln gets the same thing. So a lot of heavyweights going at each other. Is that another reason you might want to get out to a big lead against Forestview so that you can kind of rest some guys for that stretch?
Yeah, you make a good point. I hadn't thought about that. But you make a pretty good point. It probably would be a good idea to, get out to a little bit of lead, rest some people, make sure we're not banged up for the start of conference. But more important than anything, we just got to win against Forestview. So resting aside, probably more important that we just, come away with that W.
Well, Coach, thanks for joining us on the in-game interview here, as it turns out. This is just a strange situation because that night North Lincoln played their entire game, and there's only 8 on the road. So
very strange for everyone involved.
Well, thanks again for joining us, and good luck in the rest of the game tonight.
All right, thank you, man. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All areas in between. Achieving a high level continues to be a top priority as Cherryville is proud to show its Ironman pride. This football season, Gaston County Schools recognizes the players, coaches, cheerleaders, band members, and everyone associated with our Ram Power Days are underway at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Lincoln. Power on with the strength of a new Ram truck. Now get $3,000 retail consumer cash allowance on most new 2025 Ram 1500 models. And now get $2,000 bonus cash allowance on the new 2024 Ram ProMaster models. Power on during Ram Power Days at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1442 East Main Street in Lincoln. Call Bean Brothers Landscaping in Lincoln and ask about their lawn care agreements for both residential and commercial, starting at $199 per month, including mowing, edging, string trimming, and blowing. Silver, gold, and platinum packages are available on a 12-month agreement, including 41 yearly visits, 30 weekly March through September, 11 off-season visits during October through February. And they'll even clean out your flower beds. Call Bean Brothers Landscaping at 704-718-4988. 969 Reachville Road in Lincoln. Online at beanbrotherslandscaping.com. Like them on Facebook too.
For your pest control for your home or business, who you gonna call? Bug Busters. For over 25 years, they've been serving North and South Carolina with the best in professional pest control. Family and veteran owned and operated. From crawl space encapsulation to termites to wildlife to pest control to structural repair to waterproofing. They do it all. Call 704-732-2227. Online at bugbusters.com. Like them on Facebook too. Who you gonna call? Bug Busters.
Heading to the big game? Head first to Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC in Lincoln, where the prices are falling. Right now, get up to $6,800 off the new Chevy Silverado, but that's not all. Get up to $5,000 off the new GMC Sierra, but that's not all. All Buick SUVs are priced so low, they can't even mention it on the air. Come in for the details. And don't forget about their Car Bravo certified vehicles. See the complete inventory online at AbernathyChevrolet.com, located at 1445 East Main Street in Lincoln.
Get ready to celebrate 100 years of tradition, family fun, and unforgettable memories at the Cleveland County Fair in Shelby, North Carolina, presented by Albemarle. From thrilling rides and exciting games to delicious food and live entertainment, there's something for everyone. Join us from September 26th to October 6th for this historic event at North Carolina's largest county fair. Grab your tickets today at clevelandcountyfair.com, and let's make this a celebration to remember.
Back on the Stadium pregame show, brought to you by Full Throttle Power Sports of Lowell. And yet another quirk of tonight's game is no coin flip. We already had it. I don't even remember who won it.
Usually I write this stuff down. I'll have to go back through.
I think we missed it. You know, we just saw that East Lincoln was going to get the opening kickoff, and
I can remember it deferred.
Forestview will get it to start the second half. Just another reason is this has been a strange night. So we'll see how strange it gets once they actually start kicking the ball around. So next up, we're going to take a look again at some key players to watch. We went over this the first time, but good. It's a new broadcast, so we'll do it again. So taking a look at Forestview, who do they have? Key players to watch is brought to you by Key Builders of Lincoln.
Yeah, even from last year, I think, this year he's got 100% of their offense. It's running back Christian Holland. They've only been able to score 2 touchdowns. Looks like they don't run the ball that bad, but, of course, you don't know how much is at the end of the game and kind of in garbage time. But I'd like to see Christian Holland continue to, run that way again tonight here against East Lincoln. And quarterback Cooper Phillips is back under center, returning. Last year they got, they were able to score 18 points a game. So, again, new system trying to come in and, again, new first-year coach trying to establish some things. And, like I said, when the game got postponed 13 days ago, they were rolling a little bit. I think those two were kind of finding a little bit of a niche. And so we'll just have to wait and see after 13 days what they have in their bag of tricks for the 4th and 22 as we get started.
And looking at the stat sheet, that drive was basically short passes. 5 straight completions, 4 yards, 6 yards, 5 yards, 2, but then there was a -4 and a couple penalties, and that's what put them in the 4th and 22, the situation that they're in now. Over on the other side for East Lincoln, It starts at quarterback. The transfer who came in from Miami, Oklahoma. His dad sat on the internet. He said, I can work anywhere in North Carolina. So he's looking around to see who ran what kind of offense. Saw East Lincoln on Max Prep or Huddle or something like that and said, that looks like that works for my son. And he's been correct.
Well, that was a heck of a choice because, he looks good. He looks good in warm-ups, just the way he throws, quick release, and off to another fast start this year.
And if you watch the highlights on Max Prep and whatever, I mean, he just throws a beautiful deep ball. Throws it over the proper shoulder. The receiver's the only one that can get to it. So if his receivers get behind the defense, he's probably going to drop a dime on them. And then also, normally they'd have Chris Daly, but our understanding is he got injured last week and didn't play much. It didn't really slow them down as East Lincoln ran for a lot of yardage last week. 275 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns, 293 passing, 5 touchdowns. It was just a machine watching them go down the field every just touchdown, get the ball, touchdown, get the ball, touchdown. And that's how you put up 52 points.
Well, I think you mentioned they scored on the first 8 drives.
Yeah. 8 possessions, 8 scores. Can't ask much more.
Yeah, so again, it's going to be interesting to see if they just continue to roll. So again, we'll be 4th and 22 as we get started here in about 4 minutes or so, 4.5.
A couple other players, of course, there's senior Jackson Beam. He's their slot-type receiver, possession receiver. He's got 13 catches already this year, 3 touchdowns. T.J. Griffin had a great game against Kramer. Of course, we didn't see him much this game because not much was played. And then we don't know if he played last week. He looked good in warm-up. He looked fine. He did catch a couple passes. No, that's the wrong team. I got to get used to
I think he caught a couple of the big chunk plays that they had.
Yeah, he did.
He caught that second touchdown that they had.
But he didn't catch anything last week, but they spread it around like they do. So they're offensively, they're not hurting. They've got plenty of weapons. So those are some of the key players to watch, brought to you by Key Builders of Lincolnton. Again, no coin flip, no opening kickoff. We're just going to put the ball down here on the 39-yard line. And Forestview will have to get to the 17-yard line to get a first down. Do they pooch kick? Because if the ball's on the 39, you're looking at a 56-yard field goal. There's maybe 3 kickers in North Carolina that might do that. So be curious to see what they do. And we'll be back with that opening play of the resumption of the game here. It's really hard how to describe this.
At least it's a little cooler tonight.
Yeah, it was miserable 13 days ago, but it's very comfortable tonight. And we'll be back with that 4th and 22 play after this timeout.
The Suzuki King Quad 100% ATV sale is underway at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get 0% financing for 36 months or up to $1,000 in customer cash. And check out the line of Kawasaki bikes. Save up to $2,000 on select models. Select a Honda ATV and get up to $300 in free accessories. Plus, don't miss the Yamaha Wave Runner Best of Show Sales event. Come in for the details at Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
You can book your tee times online at the Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden. Just go online at glenoaksgolf.com. Pick out your tee time and book it. Check out their pro shop, snack bar, driving range, and banquet hall. And memberships are available. For more information, call 828-428-2451. Or again, go online at glenoaksgolf.com and like them on Facebook too.
And here we go. They're getting ready to resume. The 3:05's on the clock. It's 4th and 22 from the 38-yard line. That's the situation. They have to get to the 16 for a first down. And the teams are on the field and ready to pick up this very critical first play. Usually it's not that much you have to do for first play.
Well, like you said, we kind of wonder what kind of play he's going to have here. You're maybe thinking pooch kick. There's 5 wideouts. So we'll see what goes on.
Yeah, Cooper Phillips in the shotgun. He's got 3 to the right, 2 to the left. And, boy, does that spread out the East Lincoln defense.
Well, it's almost like they're, prevent just because it's so far to go.
Yeah, 22 yards to go. Man in motion is Holland. Phillips back to pass, rushed, fires one way downfield. He figures a jump ball, and it's intercepted. Jackson Beam picks it off at the 7-yard line, comes back up the right sideline, avoids a couple tacklers. He's still going down the sideline, across the 40, and he gets tackled near the 50-yard line. A 44-yard return on the interception. Basically, that was a punt.
Yes. Yeah, they tried motioning over to put 4 on one side and just kind of ran a one-on-one route. And East Lincoln was prepared for it. They had one short, one long, and interception there by Jackson Beam. Take over here at midfield.
I mean, it looked like COVID rules in the secondary. There was no one within 7 or 8 yards of each other. They were spread out quite mightily with 5 receivers. So the interception by Beam sets up East Lincoln. Big play for them because he got it all the way back to the 50. So they'll have another short field with 2:39 to go in the first quarter.
I just kind of want to see here looks like we've got
Wardrobe.
T.J. Griffin out here towards us.
Mm-hmm. Stoppage of play here. There's a wardrobe malfunction in the backfield. Referee, that is Chris Daly, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe he's got a brace on or something. His knee pads
So
aren't
he's
covered.
out there. Hand off to Daly. Goes around the right side. He's got an opening across the 40. It'll be a first down. Steps out of bounds. Trips over somebody blocking downfield. But it'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for the Mustangs. So he gets down to the 29-yard line. Gain of 21 on the play.
Yeah, the 2 receivers to this right side of the offense just basically ran fly pattern. Went downfield, blocked the corners, and blocked the safety, and Daly was untouched for about 15 of those 20 yards.
Yeah. And even then, the guy that was running alongside of him wasn't big enough to bring him down just by pulling on him. Chris Daly listed at 5'11", 180. I'm not sure I believe that. So first down at the 29 of the Jaguars. Hand off to Daly again, up the middle. He's corralled by number 56.
Nassarium Knox.
Yeah, Knox had him around the waist, but Daly dragged him to a 4-yard gain anyway.
Well, if there was any question what the injury is, it might not be the lower body because
Yeah.
speed looked good on the first play, and then the power on that play looked pretty good as well. It was just a straight dive run just off tackle there, straight up the middle.
And we've got another timeout on the field. They were short of players, so they stopped it for them. But anyway, play clock resets at 25, inside 2 minutes in the first quarter. East Lincoln driving, Lawless back to pass, throws one for Griffin down the end zone. Good coverage there by Dylan Hackle. Hackle was right next to Griffin. I don't know if he was even going to be in bounds, though, to catch that.
Yeah, pretty much jockeying for position, both players there, and a little bit higher. T.J. Griffin might have come down with it, but a good pass play and good defense and pass break up there by Hackle to bring up 3rd and 6 here for East Lincoln.
Yeah, the defender had good position. It was a good throw. It was just a touch outside. It looked like it was going to take him out of bounds anyway. Daly switches sides in the backfield. Play clock down to 3. Just in time, 1 on the clock when now Lawless rolls, looks, throws. He's got a man in the corner of the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown, East Lincoln. An Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram touchdown. Catch made by Jalen Fletcher McLean. And the Mustangs are now up 20-0.
Well, you kind of mentioned, and even in the pregame interview, that, if they can get a stop, go down the field and get a quick touchdown, which they did, they could get things rolling here and get the clock moving and maybe get some backup players in here for the
mission accomplished, Brownie. So that was Now it'll be on for the James River equipment of Shelby conversion attempt. With East Lincoln, you never know if they're going to go for two, if they're going to send Mulkey out to kick. No, it looks like the offense going out there now.
I don't know what's going on. There's been a couple substitution situations.
I'm hearing the long snapper 53, but he came off the field, so.
And they reset the play clock. So I don't know. A strange start to this strange game that's been going on for 2 weeks.
Yeah, this is like, what else is new? Something strange in this game? Shocking. So they're going to go for the 2-point conversion here. Phillips with Daly in the backfield, everybody else out wide. Lawless keeps it. Quick swing pass out to Jackson Beam. He gets around the defender. Good blocking out in front by McLean. And they convert the 2-point conversion. So on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, it's East Lincoln 22. Now let's hold up here. We got whistles on the field. There's a flag on the goal line near where the ball was snapped.
Well, you kind of wonder. It looked like it was going to be sort of an option play. You wonder if there was an ineligible man downfield.
There was a penalty marker on the play.
Or pass interference. I don't know what he's.
I didn't see a signal.
He's putting his hands up like, hang on a minute. Don't know what that play call is or that penalty call is.
So now do you go with the kicker? So it's still 20-0, and
hope these are the officials from last year.
Oh my goodness, this is looking like East Lincoln Forestview last year. Conference. It's not a conference game, but it is we had a conference game.
Yeah, ineligible man downfield.
Okay, that's what it was, because he did take a step forward like he was going to run the option, but then he saw it beam, threw it to him, got a good block. It's like a receiver screen. Nice block out in front.
Yeah, you get 2 yards to kind of block downfield, but it looked like the lineman was in the end zone, 4 or 5 yards.
All right, now we've had the time. They're going to trot the extra point team out on the field. Drew Sigmund will snap. Lawless will hold, and William Mulkey will attempt the long extra point. And the kick is up and good. However, more whistles.
I might think of offsides here. They could maybe go back and go for 2 here.
Also offside.
And bringing the offense back out. Let's see what happens.
They keep with these conferences and these penalties. I'm going to say, if I've got 3 minutes to live, I want it to be these 3 minutes. My goodness.
I think they're still going to kick it.
They're okay.
Kind of looking around at each other.
What do we do?
They do that anyway.
No, that's East Lincoln anyway. Go to the line, look over, see what Matt Beam's going to call from offensively. So now the ball has been moved back to the 4-yard line, so it's not exactly where it is normally, but it'll be about a 20-yard extra point attempt. Snap, hold, kick is up, and good. So with 1:39 to go in the first quarter, it's East Lincoln 21, Forestview 0. You're listening to the Lincoln County Game of the Week.
For over 60 years, Honda Motorcycles of Shelby has been serving this area, and they continue to do so today. Right now, you'll find a good inventory of dirt bikes, plus 150 and up to 450 models of on- and off-road bikes. See the new 2024 Honda Rebel, along with 4x4 ATVs and side-by-sides, including the Pioneer and the Talon, plus Gold Wings and Trikes. And don't forget about their parts and service department. That's Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at HondaMotorcyclesofShelby.com. Tarzan says it's the biggest tree cutting special he's ever seen from J. Douglas Tree Service. Why, it's so big, it's driving cheetah bananas. Now, for a limited time from J. Douglas Tree Service, all current customers can take 10% off. But that's not all. New customers get 20% off. Trim it up, cut it down, and they also do stump grinding. And they've just recently added a 75-foot bucket truck. Call 704-689-9459. Again, 704-689-9459 for a free estimate. That's J. Douglas Tree Service.
Back at East Lincoln, finally we will have a kickoff. The last one was 13 days ago.
And I was kind of thinking, we thought last year's game was pretty long last year, but this game's been going on for 2 weeks.
That's terrible. Ball's caught at the 5-yard line. It's by number 1, Elijah Wilson. He weaves up through the center, gets it back to about the 28-yard line, it looks like. So it'll be 1st and 10 with 1:30 to go in the first quarter, and Forestview now trailing by 3 full scores.
Well, like I said, this has been kind of going on with Forestview this year. The first half, I don't think they've scored a touchdown. I think most of the touchdowns that they have scored, averaging 7 points a game, have come in the second half. So we'll see if they can get something going here.
Garbage time scores.
Get things moving.
Ooh, getting a whiff of popcorn. Okay, 1st and 10 from the 27. 1 back in the backfield, 4 wide receivers. Hand off to Christian Holland. He goes up the middle and runs into just about the entire East Lincoln defensive line.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough to move them up front, but you got Brody Hager, pretty much the lone linebacker, as they've played almost like a prevent defense against this Forestview defense. 4 down linemen, but they were able to get that ball pretty quick there after that handoff.
And inside, have to mention Christopher Wilson, 6'3". There's no weight on the thing, but he is taking up a load of space in there. Phillips takes the handoff, rolls out. Might have been looking to throw, but he just steps out of bounds. Gains a few yards on the play.
Yeah, like you say, there's no way to go up the middle here. You try to get around the end. Good coverage there. Again, Brody Hager pretty much has all the middle of the field and to the sidelines to cover and make tackles, and he's done that thus far here in the culmination of this game.
So it'll be 3rd and 3 from the 34. Phillips looking over to the sideline. Play clock down to 5. Takes snap, back, throws, big pass down the field. He's got a receiver open. It's caught. Catch is made by number 4, Deshaun Bay. He got behind his defender, and there's a discussion in the East Lincoln secondary of who had who. So all the way from the 34-yard line down to the 23. Try to do the math here, 27-16, 43 yards on that completion.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who's playing that corner over there. I think it's number 4, or 24 rather, for Messiah Thompson for East Lincoln. Kind of bit up a little bit on that fake, and then he just went right over the top of him.
Okay, we've got movement all over the place here. That's going to be 5 yards.
Yeah, it looked like arena football there, or Canadian football. Everybody running around.
So that's the end of the first quarter. On the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, it's East Lincoln 21, Forestview 0. We'll be back with the second quarter after this timeout.
Say goodbye to those hot, sticky days in the scorching sun. James River delivers the Back to Cool special on select John Deere cab tractors. Experience ultimate comfort in a roomy, air-conditioned 3R, 4R, or 5E 3-cylinder series cab tractor. Plus, save a cool $5,000 off MSRP on top of 0% for 60-month financing. Comfort has never been so affordable. Visit JamesRiverEquipment.com/cool for more.
James River Equipment Company, Highway 180 North in Shelby. Sooner or later, everyone wants to make their home dreams a reality. I'm sure you've seen the television shows and flipped through magazines and you know what you want. Or then again, maybe you're not sure. You know that you want something different and something better. Get started today by contacting the building professionals at Key Builders in Lincoln. Visit the website at keybuildersnc.com and check out their many floor plans. There's one there for you and your family. Key Builders, locally owned and operated at 1459 North Aspen Street in Lincoln. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
So a big incursion here to start the second quarter as Forestview gets down to the 23-yard line. About where they got to on the previous drive. then
weeks
a
ago,
penalty
yeah.
and a couple losses, and next thing you know, it's 4th and 22 and lightning delay. So this will be beginning of the second quarter.
This countertop made of wood.
Ugh.
They're not coming back.
No,
Not for
if
this game anyway.
if they don't finish tonight, that's it. We're done with them. We're moving on. So the second quarter of Lincoln County football and all of the games this season brought to you by our title sponsor, Budbusters of Lincolnton. So 1st and 10 for the Jaguars at the Mustang 23-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff is to Holland. He goes around the right side, beats one defender, gets drilled out of bounds. Late flag comes in way back from the referee, and then now one closer to the thing.
Why is he picking up the flags, young man? Don't touch the flag. East Lincoln players.
That's not a
picking up
good
the
idea,
flags.
Mr. Abernathy.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. It was close, but I don't think that was late
It
hit.
looked like it
That
was
must be
right
a-
on the boundary.
It looked like there was maybe
But
a
2
hold.
flags came out.
I thought it was a hold from the wide out for Forestview, but
We'll see.
flags coming from everywhere.
On the play, they lost 5 yards. Oh, wait, there was the penalty, wasn't there?
That was 1st and 10 from there, right?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10.
So
So,
he gained 5, I thought, and then
yeah, but now the marker's way back like he lost 5 yards. And here we go.
the false start right before the
It's-
end of the quarter.
Conference time.
They had that false start. It was 1st and 15.
It was. Okay.
All right, but now, yeah, this must be the same crew from last year. Because here we
It's got to be.
You throw a flag. Tell me why you threw the flag.
Goodness gracious. We thought a 90-minute first half last year was bad. This is going to be a 13-and-a-half-day first half.
Might be a 90-minute quarter and 3 minutes.
Yeah, it will be. Everybody's looking around and throwing their hands out like, I don't know what's going on to you. And that's the referee crew.
Well, I think they're moving it back. So, like I said, I thought there was a hold.
Got a dead ball foul. So they did call it late hit out of bounds in sportsmanlike conduct. So
Well, it's after the play, so it should count, right?
why is the first down marker 5 yards in the backfield?
That should be after the play. That should have got back to the original line of scrimmage. And here comes the down marker.
Okay, goes to second down because it was after the play. Okay, so a gain of 0. The play stands. Good gracious. This has got to be the same crew.
Well, it should be a gain of 5 after the penalty, right?
Who knows?
Anyway.
It's 2nd and 10. That's the situation now. Holland again goes up the right side of the line. It's met by a host of East Lincoln tacklers. And he gets down to the 20-yard line for a gain of 3. They run that base play a lot.
Yeah, pretty much straight up. Now that number 90's out for East Lincoln, looks like they can attack that middle again. Again, Holland kind of being their featured back, pretty much has almost all their offense this year.
Pretty much. I mean, over 50% last week. Phillips back to pass, throws to the corner of the end zone. It's going to be a jump ball in the end zone, and it's caught. Elijah Wilson out jumps. Is that TJ Griffin on defense? Is that number 1?
No. That was number 4 again, LJ Forney for East Lincoln.
They found something they want to pick on.
Yeah, they kind of moved him from right cornerback to the left cornerback, and then at one point I saw him at safety. But
hold on a
TJ
second.
Wilson's coming out over here, and yep, more laundry. Block in the face. Hands to the face.
Hands to the face. That's going to be declined. It's on East Lincoln, isn't it?
Yeah, he pointed that way.
So why is he asking East Lincoln what they want to do?
I think he's asking the official for another conference.
My goodness.
Oh, boy. Now he's going to the other official.
So they're
It's
getting
a
some
touchdown.
chunk plays passing.
It's a touchdown. You're not going to do anything. Unless you can mark it
Yeah,
up
take it on the kickoff.
on the kickoff.
Goodness gracious.
That's what he's pointing at. All right.
Yes, thank you. It is a Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram touchdown. Finally, signaled. Still in the first minute of the second quarter. And Seth Hooks will be on to attempt the extra point. Left-footed kicker. Snap, hold, kicks a little low, but he pounds it through. And with 11:11 to go in the second quarter, on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, it's East Lincoln 21, Forestview 7.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
That's the sound of a day starting out right, and I hear it every time my new Toro Z-Master 4000 zero turn starts up. With big-time horsepower, giant Voodoo track tires, turbo force deck, and comforts like MyRide and USB ports, it's fully loaded to mow all day long while delivering that signature Toro cut. From start to finish, the beast means business. Get your Z-Master 4000 today. Toro, count on it. Your local Toro Z-Master 4000 dealer is Power Max Sports, 3636 East Highway 27 in Iron Station.
Penalty on the last play is marked on the kickoff, so Grayson Aycock kicks off from midfield and just blasts it into the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and East Lincoln will start out with the ball 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Oh, good drive there by Forestview. Way to kind of come back. Good chunk plays, as you mentioned, pass plays. A little bit of help from a couple penalties. Got them down the field, and 21-7. Technically, they're tied today. 7-7.
Yeah, they are tied in the resumption. It's kind of like the Tour Championship. You stake something, okay, we're going to start here, and you're going to have a lead. Like Scotty Scheffler, okay, you start out at 10 under par. What? And Schauffele at 8 under and all that. Pitch, handoff to Chris Daly up the middle. He's got a nice hole there. Lawless just hands off and lets him run the ball. He gets out to the 34-yard line. Oh, he started at the 25-yard line. That's right. He's into the end zone, so it's at the 25. So a gain of 9 on the play. And 2nd and 1 means the entire playbook is available for Matt Beam. Daly in the backfield. Lawless, quick pitch. He's got a man out on the flat. Catch is made. Looks to be number 5, Jalen Fletcher McLean. Do I have that right?
Not the easiest uniforms to read.
I do. Wow, the old eyeballs actually got one right. 26 yards on that play, so both quarterbacks putting up some chunk yardage.
Yeah, neat little play there. They had trips to that side, ran a little bubble from the slot, brought up the corner, and was wide open. Easy catch and throw and catch.
Hand off to Daly. He's hitting the backfield, spins out of it, tries to go around all the way to the left sideline, and he manages to get a gain out of the play, which looked like it was going to be blown up in the backfield.
Yeah, pretty good stiff arm there as he got to the line of scrimmage. Was able to bounce out to the left. Put another pretty good stiff arm on number 12 for Forestview there, Aiden Dorsey. But still was able to get positive yards, bring up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, got a couple, amazingly. Sure didn't look like he was going to get anything.
He's a little gingerly walking back to the huddle here, though.
Wallace takes a snap, quick throw. He's got T.J. Griffin in the left flat. Jukes one defender, gets down across the 25-yard line to the 22, and that'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for the Mustangs.
Yeah, just a straight little hitch pass on the outside. Looked like he was going to go deep. Just kind of put the brakes on, turned around. Ball was in his numbers, and was able to pick up that Turner Hauser Insurance first down.
16-yard completion. about 4 of it passing and another 12 by Griffin. Wallace in the pocket, back to pass, looks, he's got a man going down the middle, he's just over the top of him. He had broken free. That was L.J. Forney. If we misidentify anybody, sorry, we've got orange numbers on gray uniforms. It's
not the easiest thing to see.
It's like it's no easier doing orange on gray than red on gray for West Lincoln.
Yeah, straight sort of seam run there, patterned by L.J. Forney.
Boy,
just
was he
touched
open.
Overthrow. Yeah, it was just a little less air.
He hits him, it's a touchdown easily. So 2nd and 10. Quick throw into the slot. He's got a receiver. He gets a few yards after the catch, trying to see who it is. He got swallowed up pretty quickly.
Looks like, and that looked like Forney again, number 4 for the Mustangs. Yeah.
Pass complete to number 4, L.J. Forney. He's brought down by number 12, Aiden Dorsey.
So it'll be a first down as he gets 11 yards. Be first and 10 from the 12-yard line. Same formation, 2-by-2 on the outside. Daly in the backfield, throw going to the corner of the end zone. It's tipped by the defender and caught by the East Lincoln player, but out of bounds.
Yeah, looks like he was headed to the locker room on that one. But I don't know if that was exactly what they wanted route-wise. They had 2 receivers basically in the same area. Obviously, you bring one guy in the same area, you're going to bring the defender with him. So looked like there was 3 Forestview players there.
A bit crowded in that corner of the end zone.
I think he should have run more of along the goal line sort of pattern there. Might have been more conducive to what they were trying to do.
Hand off to Chris Daly. Again, gets hit the line. Reverses his field, gets a great block from Lawless. We're going to have a block in the back. Fletcher McLean just blasted a guy from behind.
Yeah,
he got Daly to the 2-yard line, but...
Yeah, Jackson Beam, kind of that crackback block that they call.
Brought down by number 30, Byron McDonald. But we have a penalty marker on the play.
Yeah, it looked like you might want to get Daly a rest here. He's kind of hobbling here towards the sideline.
That was a great block in the backfield by the quarterback, Lawless. He reversed the field, and Lawless just cleaned out a defender. That got Daly free, and he got around to the left sideline before a very obvious block in the back.
Well, as you kind of heard in the coach's interview, if they could clean up one thing from last week, it was sort of
penalties.
The penalties. And so, very aggressive team, but, that was just, one of those almost, you had to.
Sandlot plays, yeah.
Just kind of, as he reversed his field daily, you just kind of try to block and try to get him into the end zone, and sometimes that happens.
So that makes it 2nd and 10 from the 22. 3 wide receivers to the wide side of the field on the right. Lawless rolls that way, comes back. He's got room to run. He's got a blocker in front of him, goes around him, goes through a couple defenders, gets across the 10-yard line, so he gets the penalty yardage back, plus 3. Gain of 13. That's the first time anybody other than Chris Daly has carried the ball.
Yeah, I think we saw a little bit last week in last week's stats that Lawless can run. Yeah, he's got a great arm, but if he needs to take off, he can do that. I couldn't tell where he was as far as line of scrimmage, but he did have T.J. Griffin kind of peeling off. He might have been tried to squeeze that in if he wanted to, but good job taking the ball and just keeping possession of it.
So 3rd and 7 from the 9-yard line. They need to get to the 2-yard line for a first down. Lawless back, look for the quick throw. He keeps it, goes up the middle, gets dragged down by his jersey. Tackle's made by Rex Champion. That stopped him at about the 6-yard line, so a gain of 3. So that'll bring up a decision for the Mustangs. 4th and 4. And it doesn't look like it's much of a decision. Nobody's moved off the field.
Well, like I said, this is East Lincoln.
Yep.
For the Mustangs at the Jaguars 6-yard line.
I wonder if they're going to kind of let the clock run here and then
make a decision. Yeah, they're
10 seconds.
Well, they might want to use a timeout because the play clock is down to 5 already, and that's what happened.
We have
You say it, and it comes to fruition.
Hey, once in a while.
So they'll take a timeout. We'll take a quick one here as well, and we'll be back with 4th and 4 for the Mustangs.
Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Piedmont of North and South Carolina since 1919. Sure, they deliver to your home with home heating oils. They'll help keep you warm, but they do a whole lot more. They feature bulk fuel delivery, on-site and commercial fueling, backup generator fueling, and farm and agricultural fueling. For home or business or farms, call on Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln, 704-735-2508. Online at rhodesandbill.com, located at 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Like them on Facebook.
Back here at East Lincoln, David Clark Stadium. Mustangs with a 21-7 lead, 6:25 to go in the second quarter. And are faced with 4th and 4 to go from the 6. They need to get to the 2.
I'd say the way they're running their offense, you could see them just kind of going for it. And if they get stopped, well, then Forestview's got 90-plus yards to go to try to get back in this ball game. So kind of a no-brainer situation here for the Mustangs.
I mean, if you need the points, probably go for the field goal. Mulkey's a decent enough kicker, it looks like. So, but they're going to go for it. They've got an extra lineman, tight end. Lawless back to pass, looks, throws, intercepted in the end zone, and he brought it out. That probably wasn't the smartest decision. So Paul Love Jr.?
4.
Number 4, Deshaun Bay.
I had a pen in my hand.
That's what it was. He's trying to give me hand signals here, and I missed it.
Yeah, I kind of throw him back across his body. That was pretty much.
And into a lot of bodies.
And into a lot of.
There were a lot of people there.
But kind of like we mentioned, gives them the ball at the 2. So.
And again, that was not the smartest move. He caught that in the end zone. He should have just gone down, and that would have been that. Holland, not much you can do with your playbook when your quarterback is lining up in the end zone. He carries the ball over the left side. He gets a couple yards. That's about all.
That's your famous number 0 for East Lincoln.
That was what?
Wasn't there something with number 0 for East Lincoln that somebody, Mateel?
Oh, is that Mateel? Okay. Oh, yeah, I do have it right.
I thought there was something special about East Lincoln and the number 0. Did I miss
I
that?
think it's getting that way, yeah. 2nd and 8. Phillips hands off to Holland. He is met in the backfield and dropped for a loss. Not enough for a safety. They generously say he got to the 3-yard line, so a loss of 1. I'm not sure he got that far.
No, he was lucky. Yeah, it was more of a momentum thing to get out to the 3. But Lawford just did a great job coming from his left defensive end. Just stood him right up.
So 3rd and 9. Phillips back to pass in his own end zone. Throws. He had a receiver open. It was Elijah Wilson, but it was just off the end of his hand. And that should undoubtedly bring up a punting situation for the Jaguars.
Yeah, I thought maybe down in that part of the end zone that they would have just got to run to get themselves a little more room, but a great play. Little play action pass, and he was open. That was just
he was
poorly
wide open.
Thrown. Poorly thrown.
That was definitely going to be a first down. So now 83, Grayson Aycock is going to be back in punt formation. His heels are not too far from the back line. So hopefully he gets a decent snap, doesn't have to stampede around to catch it. And speaking of bad snaps.
Well, that'll be a safety.
There it goes. I speak it, and it happens.
Man, we're 2 for 2 tonight.
So the bad snap goes through the end zone. It'll be a 2-point safety. So that'll put East Lincoln up 23-7, and they will get the ball after the free kick. What else can happen tonight?
We
got a safety.
As long as those officials just stay away from each other.
Yeah, that's true.
But, kind of a odd sort of restart after 13 days, but short week might be part of that reasoning for that. But you would think 2 or 3 games in now, they'd kind of get some of the stuff out of their system.
So on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, it is now 23-7. Just under 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Well, you got the option here to punt it or put it on a tee and kick it.
I imagine the way he kicked it.
I was going to say they got them, yeah, you got to.
He kicked it really well the other time. Put it on the tee and pound it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does have a tee. Boy, you'll see that one if the lights go out. That tee is bright. It is a very bright green. Don't fall on it. That wouldn't feel good.
Getting ready to kick for the Jaguars, number 83, Grayson Aycock.
So Aycock, who was going to attempt the punt, will handle the free kick duties. And 2 receivers back for the Mustangs. I cannot see their numbers, of course. Long kick. Almost over the head of Beam. He has to catch it over his head around the 20-yard line, so 60 yards in the air. Beam goes over the right side, gets across the 40, so a good return, 21 yards. Nice kick by Aycock. Bit of a line drive, and what happens with that?
Easy return, get a bunch of yards because there's no defenders down there to make the tackle.
Yeah, he outkicked his coverage, kind of like what I did on my wedding day. I definitely outkicked my coverage. So it'll be 1st and 10 for East Lincoln on the 41-yard line, 4:46 to go. Looking to get a score here because Forestview will get the ball to start the second half. Hand off up the middle. Daly again just kind of cruises through the right side slowly. Short gain on the play of 3.
Yeah, maybe trying to get this first half kind of down. They're making I say they like the ball control, but they're no West Lincoln or North Lincoln. You know, they're going to still give it to Daly, but they want to throw it. They want to spread you out, move that ball down the field. So we'll see what their game plan is.
Lawless under center, hands to Daly. He goes around the left side, a lot of opening. He's across the 40, 35, gets down to the 31-yard line. Good play there. There was not a lot of defense. I mean, East Lincoln didn't really have to block anybody there.
No, like I say, it was just a straight-off tackle left. Give to Daly. I mean, they had 3 wideouts on this side, but, they were sort of spread out. But the East Lincoln offensive line is just pretty much dominating up front, giving Daly plenty of room.
So another Turner Hauser Insurance first down. The ball's at the 32-yard line after another 20-yard plus run by Daly. 24 yards on that one. That's his 3rd one already this game. Daly goes to the right, comes back to the left. He's got a good block out in front of him. He gets down to the 10-yard line. So another chunk run of 20-some yards. 22 on that play. And another Turner Hauser Insurance first down. He's had enough. He's walking to the sideline.
Well, he's got
he's
all
over
the
100.
yardage, right? He's taking it from where they started all the way down, and we were sort of surprised that he's even playing. So he's probably a little gassed, a little winded.
I mean, some great runs. He starts to the right, nothing there, and he just finds a slice to go through on the other side. Looks like Matthew Funtek. He takes a handoff up the middle. Good hole there. Gets a few yards. Matriculates the ball down the field.
Hank Stram, I like that. It just means we're old if we know Hank Stram.
Yeah, no kidding. I remember Hank Stram coaching, not in the booth.
Well, that's what I was saying. That was
I'm
Hank
old
Stram.
enough.
Of course,
Back
good
in
old
the
NFL
AFL.
films.
Yeah. Some great sideline audio of Hank Stram too. He was hilarious on the sideline when he got on the officials.
Sables.
And we've got a penalty marker on the play.
I would imagine motion. Kind of saw it here. Yeah.
We have a flag on the play. the Mustangs.
It's like the man in motion kind of made his defensive tackle move. No way for Forestview was moving.
I've got Daly at 10 carries for 115 yards already. That'll help your average.
Well, he's definitely been the workhorse on this drive for sure.
And now another flag. This is definitely the crew from last year. It has got to be. Now we go 5 yards the other way.
This is exactly, hey, I'm having deja vu. This is 5 yards this way, 5 yards that way. Offsetting.
Conferences. I think Bills Dolphins might be over before this game, the rate they're calling penalties. Yeah, we'll try and keep Scott here focused on this game as Bills start playing at 8:15. Lawless throws into the corner of the end zone. He's got a receiver. Touchdown, Mustangs.
I think that's Forney.
Great out pattern there. I don't know what happened to the defender, but the offensive player was standing there by himself.
He kind of looked like he was going to run sort of a deep in pattern. And then
Touchdown pass to number 4, A.J. Forney, covered 10 yards.
So A.J. Forney with a touchdown reception. And it was, 10 yards. So they'll do the swinging gate formation here. And Mulkey will be on to kick. Sigmund is the snapper. Lawless to hold. Mulkey to kick. Snap, hold. Kick is up. And it is good. So on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, it's East Lincoln 30, Forestview 7.
Book 2. Start up the savings on your auto insurance with a stop at Turner Hauser Insurance Group in downtown Lincoln, your area insurance agency. Jamie Hauser invites you to stop in and find out how you can save money on all of your insurance needs, from home to auto to commercial to farm to life. Visit them at their office at 228 East Main Street, downtown Lincoln. Just look for the big blue awning. That's Turner Hauser Insurance Group, your area insurance agency. Call 704-732-9577 or visit the website at turnerhauserins.com.
I work my tractors really hard. I get all they've got. I demand as much horsepower as they can possibly give me. I tell you what, I've had these Coyote tractors for probably 10 years now. They've served me well. Been good.
Your Coyote dealer is Weston Sales, Highway 18 North at 27 West intersection in Vale.
So Mulkey is perfect on the night with the field goal and point after touchdown attempts, brought to you by James River Equipment, 4 for 4. And other than the jump ball, because in the end zone, the interception, they've scored on every possession. They're picking right up where they left off at Lincolnton last Friday.
that 13-day delay bothered anybody. It sure didn't bother East Lincoln.
High kick, fielded by Wilson at the 20-yard line. He goes around the left side. He's got an opening, but he's escorted out of bounds at the 45-yard line. So a good return to 25 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 45. So good field position for the Jaguars.
All they were, other than being trapped sort of in their end zone after the interception, the drive they had before, they were able to move the ball a little bit through the air, a little bit with Holland. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going and at least try to put something together. They can go back-to-back here. If they can maybe get a field goal or something out of this, they should receive the ball here in the second half.
Phillips back to pass, under pressure, throws over the middle, over his receiver. He was looking for Tristan Holt over the middle and actually was closer to an East Lincoln defender who was behind the play.
Pass was incomplete. Intended for number 11, Tristan Holt.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
Jackson Beam on the coverage for the Mustangs.
Can't tell the number there, number 20 or something here for East Lincoln. Just came in untouched.
Oh, he did.
Number 20, yeah, for East Lincoln.
Colton Daniels.
Colton Daniels.
Yeah.
Kind of delayed. He's kind of playing like that nickel corner sort of position that Rover,
Right.
sometimes they call
If
it.
someone was supposed to block him, they were using a red cape because it was Olay. He went in untouched. Quick pass, pressure. Completion is made to Elijah Wilson. He scoots down the left sideline, and he gets out of bounds, but not before getting a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for the Jaguars. So gain of 13 on that play.
Yeah, as I mentioned, that they're really trying to do a back-to-back here. So they got kind of their hurry-up going, which is good. I still have them down with 3 timeouts, so they can go pretty much
Yeah.
anywhere they want to.
So is the scoreboard. Phillips back to pass, throws again out in the flat. Tried to find his receiver. That was number 81. Haven't called his name. Kamarian Dye before. Just a sophomore. Not a big target. He's listed at 5'6". Makes it a little difficult for the quarterback.
Looks like he kind of got hung up in the turf there. He was trying to make his cut and kind of slipped and went down. And
You don't see too many people slip on these turfs. The ones Lincoln County got, I mean, the footing seems to be really good. 2nd and 10, 1:17 to go in the half. Phillips retreats again under pressure, comes up in the pocket, and he is swallowed from behind. Ball comes out but goes out of bounds. Is that Daniels again?
looked like it.
Daniels chasing him halfway to the school building.
He's stopped by number 21, Jackson Dollar.
And he loses 2 on that one.
Yeah, I believe that was 21. Jackson
Loss of a
Dollar.
couple is going to bring up a third.
Got a couple of guys at very similar builds, and with those numbers.
Very similar numbers. It's 3rd and 12. Phillips retreats under pressure, floats one, trying to get a screen set up to Holland. That wasn't even close to complete.
Yeah, well, you can't. Tough to set up a screen when you've got an East Lincoln defender coming right at you, untouched, which we've seen pretty much every play here as we get towards the end of the first half.
Who was that came screaming in there?
I don't know if that was Mateel. Again, they're all sort of similar. Pretty
Yeah.
good size with them.
They do have some good size. Tall defenders.
They're not gonna
Now 4th and 12.
get rid of it. Punt it out.
104. Yeah, that's a smart move here. Just pin him back, especially this offense. Don't give him anything to work with, especially a short field. Better snap this time. Aycock puts a foot into it, high kick, and it's fumbled.
He blew the whistle on him.
He blew the whistle. The referee anticipated the fair catch. It was muffed, but then recovered at the 14-yard line. Might want to wait for the play to end before you call it there, ref.
Looks like Jackson Beam was the one trying to call the fair catch.
What? That was high enough that that ball got dark. He might have had trouble seeing it. I mean, they've got tall light poles here, but that was a pretty high kick. I'm not sure that didn't go up out of the light coverage because the lights are all aimed down at the field, but that ball was well up there.
Oh, what are we doing? We got a penalty? Yeah, there was a penalty on the far side.
So what is going to happen here? Looks
Gonna
like
make
they're going
them
to
re-kick?
re-kick. Not sure what the call is because, again,
Well, it was sort of lined up where, was that interference as far as the
fair catch interference? I don't think so.
That's kind of where the flag was. That's the only thing I could think of. And plus, if they're going to re-kick it.
They called an inadvertent whistle and they said replaying it.
Oh,
Okay. Well, then they need to move it back because it was 4th and 12.
I think it was he's got to mark something off here. Well, maybe not.
What we're hearing in the press box is an inadvertent whistle, and they're going to redo it. So it's back where it was, the 42-yard line, 4th and 12. Okay. As if anything strange has happened this game. Nah, not at all. Beams caught it. This time makes the fair catch. No problem, 10-yard line.
Oh, gain of 4 for Forestview.
Yep. So, with 56 seconds to go in the half, East Lincoln will take over 1st and 10 at their own 10.
It'll be 1st and 10 Mustangs from their own 10-yard line.
Well, like I say, like to think East Lincoln maybe you're just going to run this out, but
not a lot of room to take a knee here.
Yeah. And their usual triple set formation.
Yep. Lawless back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. He gets out free, looks downfield, and throws it out of bounds. Ball lands on the track, but it went straight over one of his receivers.
Yeah, he had Fletcher McLean kind of sitting over here in the flat, just waiting on it, untouched. I think Lawless wanted a big play on that one.
Matt Beam and Coach Lubowitz going for the throat. So we'll try it again. And that took about 9 seconds off the clock, which is stopped 47 seconds to play in the half. Lawless rolls left, looks, dumps one off into the flat, catch is made, and he stopped to the 16-yard line, so that will not be a first down. The clock continues to. So Forney with a catch, gain of 6, but the clock keeps rolling. Just under 30 seconds to go now.
Yeah, I don't think Forresty's going to burn any of their 3. They want this to get to half. They don't want to try to stop them and maybe get good field position. They're just ready to get to the half.
Handoff. Daly goes around the right side, beats one defender, steps inside another, and he's ushered out of bounds at the 27-yard line. So that'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down. 7 seconds left. That stops the clock.
Yeah, Forestview just kind of sitting back, trying to get this to half, but East Lincoln's got other things in mind.
Now they got 7 seconds to see what's on Coach Beam's mind.
We had a penalty marker on the play.
Oh, well, now there's a penalty marker.
That's been a couple
minutes.
minutes.
What a shock. Yeah, I mean, it's been what?
Looks like a holding call is going to go against the Mustangs.
Oh, okay. So that wipes out the gain. Thanks, that makes my score sheet look good. Why do I do this in pen? I don't know. If I had known it was this crew, I'd have grabbed the pencil.
Crayon.
In fact, I may now. No, crayon doesn't erase easily either.
Okay, sorry. Just talking about your scribbles. Look like a preschooler. Wonder if they're going to put TJ Griffin on the one side, maybe throw a jump ball and see what they can get for 7 seconds.
3rd and 7 from the 12. Quick pass out. Got a blocker downfield. He's got to beat one defender. He gets out of bounds with 1 second left. But they're going to say that's the half. Fletcher McLean with the reception. And he gets out to the 29-yard line, so it's a gain of 17 there. I'll just write over the previous play. So on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, they do have locations in Lincolnton, Boger City, Denver, and West Lincoln. East Lincoln had pretty good control here. They lead 30-7. We'll be back with a stadium halftime show after these timeouts.
Well, the folks in Cherville and Shelby, I'm sure you remember when the Western Steer was in your town, and we wish they were still here. But I've got good news. There's a Western Steer just a few minutes up the road in Newton. From Cherryville, hop on Highway 321 Business. And from Shelby, go Highway 18 to 10 to Newton. You get real comfort food, home-cooked style with down-home hospitality. Try their big unbeatable buffet or order from their menu. And they've got a party room for big groups. The Western Steer in Newton, 334 Southwest Boulevard in Newton at the Highway 10 and 321 Business intersection. Open Wednesday through Sunday.
Carrying the ball there for North Gaston. He play down very easily. And we have a timeout, officials timeout, I guess.
I'd say they haven't signaled either team called a timeout, but they did stop the clock. Officials are discussing something in the middle of the field.
I tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised. We'll let you go. I'll go ahead and let you explain this.
Looks like the officials wanted to change the time, but I can't read how much time they're wanting.
They'll tell us from up top here in a second.
Yeah. 51 seconds back on the clock. So it's going to be, we'll call it second down and 4. Correction, they want 52 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, okay, so second and 5.
We've got spread offense now. 2 receivers both left and right. Right. That's back. He's going to throw it deep down the field. And Jackson Hebner with a huge interception. Boy, he was a safety, and he sure performed his job to perfection on that play, Brian.
Yes, he did. He played that perfectly. He never let the receiver get behind him, and he timed that ball. That was a beautiful, beautiful defensive play.
All right,
by
Mr.
Jackson Hebner.
Former Tar Heel standout. Tell me, here's the situation. You got 44.7 seconds left. You just got an interception. You're going to start on your own territory. What are you thinking here? You going to try to drive, see what you can get on first and second down, or are you just happy with the lead and let's go to halftime?
No, I'm gonna try to advance here.
Ram Power Days are underway at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Lincoln. Power on with the strength of a new Ram truck. Now get $3,000 retail consumer cash allowance on most new 2025 Ram 1500 models. And now get $2,000 bonus cash allowance on the new 2024 Ram ProMaster models. Power on during Ram Power Days at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1442 East Main Street in Lincoln.
The Suzuki King Quad 100% ATV sale is underway at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get 0% financing for 36 months or up to $1,000 in customer cash. And check out the line of Kawasaki bikes. Save up to $2,000 on select models. Select a Honda ATV and get up to $300 in free accessories. Plus, don't miss the Yamaha Wave Runner Best of Show Sales event. Come in for the details at Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
Back with the Stadium Halftime Show, brought to you by Power Max Motorsports of Lincolnton. Score is 30-7 East Lincoln. And as you can imagine, they have dominated the statistics. So we'll start with Forestview, just to give you a little perspective here. Rushing 14 carries, 18 yards. Not surprising the way that East Lincoln line comes at you and just gums up any blocking scheme. Not surprising at all. 8 of 13 passing for 88 yards, a touchdown and an interception. So they've got total offense of 106 yards in the first half. But they got their first half touchdown.
That's true. That's true. Like I say, that's pretty much been their MO here as far as yardage.
Holland is the leading ball carrier, 8 carries, 17 yards. 2.1 for an average. Everybody else has -4 or 1 yard on 2 carries. So not a lot. If it weren't for Christian Holland, there wouldn't be much going on. Passing-wise, they've done a little better. Let's see, 2 receptions for Paul Love Jr., total of 9 yards. 4 receptions for Elijah Wilson, including the touchdown catch. He's had some good yardage, 13, 20, a -4, and a 6. So he's at about 40 yards, including the touchdown. And then the long one they connected to on Deshaun Bay, for 43 yards that set him up for the touchdown. And that's about all they've done. I mean, they started out with 5 straight completions, and now it's kind of half and half.
Yeah, it's sort of streaky. They try to get on a little bit of a roll, but then come right back and turn it over on downs or punt. It's inconsistent for sure.
Now for East Lincoln, the offensive juggernaut continues. 14 carries, 144 yards, 126 of those by Chris Daly on just 11 carries. He's doing what he's doing. 2 carries for Lawless for 16, not bad. And then Matthew Funtek came in, spelled Daly for 1 carry for 2 yards for a total of 144. And then passing-wise, 9 of 16 for 184 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. It's just pinball numbers they put up. So we're looking at, 328 yards offense in the first half.
Well, like you say, we were coming into tonight's resumption when they already had pretty close to over 100, right? So if they're averaging 105, 110 yards a quarter, 115, that's about where they are.
So they're cruising along nicely on offense. 4 penalties. They did have the 1 turnover, the interception, but that was basically a punt. So that's where we stand. 30-7, East Lincoln. We'll be back with more after this. It's been a shortened timeout. They're trying to get this one over. So we'll be back with more on the Stadium Halftime Show, brought to you by Power Max Motorsports after this.
You can book your tee times online at the Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden. Just go online at glenoaksgolf.com. Pick out your tee time and book it. Check out their pro shop, snack bar, driving range, and banquet hall. And memberships are available. For more information, call 828-428-2451. Or again, go online at glenoaksgolf.com and like them on Facebook too. For over 60 years, Honda Motorcycles of Shelby has been serving this area, and they continue to do so today. Right now, you'll find a good inventory of dirt bikes, plus 150 and up to 450 models of on- and off-road bikes. See the new 2024 Honda Rebel, along with 4x4 ATVs and side-by-sides, including the Pioneer and the Talon, plus Gold Wings and Trikes. And don't forget about their parts and service department. That's Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at HondaMotorcyclesofShelby.com. Tarzan says it's the biggest tree cutting special he's ever seen from J. Douglas Tree Service. Why, it's so big, it's driving cheetah bananas. Now, for a limited time from J. Douglas Tree Service, all current customers can take 10% off. But that's not all. New customers get 20% off. Trim it up, cut it down, and they also do stump grinding. And they've just recently added a 75-foot bucket truck. Call 704-689-9459. Again, 704-689-9459 for a free estimate. That's J. Douglas Tree Service.
Back here at East Lincoln, we're down to about a minute to go. I'm sure they'll put about another 3 teams. East Lincoln's just coming back on the field. Forestview is God knows where. I'm not sure where they went. Oh, there is another side of the locker room there. Okay. All right, so let's see what we can get on out-of-town scores.
East Rutherford 27, North Lincoln 20. That was about 3 minutes ago.
Wow.
And they're
no
still in
defense.
the first half. Still in the first half.
No defense up there at Forest City area.
Do we bother to mention it, but why not?
Why not?
Highland Tech, 50-0, and they're undefeated.
They are. Who are they playing again? I got the list of games here for tonight, but of course, I can't find it. You try and come prepared, and then your head goes
over Triangle. Is that a school?
I thought that was something you played in the band. If you weren't very good drummer,
I was thinking that's kind of the Raleigh-Durham area.
Maybe. Let's see. What have I got?
And Cherryville 2, North Gaston 0.
They had a safety as well. Then I've got North Iredell. North Iredell looking for their first win of the season. They're playing Mountain Island Charter. They lead 14-7, just down 16 here, just before you get to the river. We're scrolling through on Max Preps and other things, see what we can find. Not a lot of help tonight, people. Ashbrook 28-7 over East Gaston in the second quarter. And Hickory as we mentioned, number 12 in the state, overall number 1 in the state in 3A. They lead Cox Mills 0-3. 4A school, and they've been pretty good in the past, but they're 0-3 now. They lead them 28-14 in the second quarter. Typical Hickory.
I thought maybe they were mentioning it.
Now,
Hickory hadn't given up any touchdowns, so that would be 2 touchdowns against.
Chase leads Drawn 14-7 in the second quarter. Bandy's leads South Caldwell 21-6. Bandy's comes into the game. I believe they're undefeated, and they're currently ranked 21st in the state in 2A. Shelby's the highest in the area at number 4 because you got Reedsville and Monroe. You're not going to get past those two right away. Let's see what else. McDowell leads Avery County. It's night of safeties. Lumberton leads Red Springs 5-2. Guess they got that
2
free
safeties, right?
Yeah, and ours.
Yeah.
Because Cherryville was up on North Gaston, so that's 3 safeties. This one's 5-2. I think they got a 3-run home run in the 7th. Put them ahead. That sounds like the score of that Lions-Cowboys playoff game years ago was, 5-0? It's crazy. West Iredell looking for their first win of the season. Oh, second win. They're playing West Wilkes. Somebody named West will win that game. 17-14, Iredell over Wilkes. St. Stephen's and Maiden, no score in the second quarter. South Point. How does South Point only have 1 game in?
Well, they might have canceled their game 2 weeks ago, and then they had a bye.
Right. Okay.
So,
I was wondering. I see 1-0. I was like, that's got to be wrong. I look up their schedule. There's nothing there. But they're leading High Brighton 16-0 in the second quarter. Burns 6-0 over Alexander Central. And that's it for the local games that I can find a score for. Taking a look at some of the rankings in 3A, it's really loaded locally in state rankings. Again, Hickory is number 12 overall. Crest is number 21 overall. Then in 3A, you've got Hickory first, Crest 5th, North Lincoln 9th, but they're in a dogfight up there in Forest City. Statesville 10th, Kings Mountain 12th, East Lincoln 17th, South Point 20th, and Ashbrook 23rd. So pretty heavy representation just in the Gaston, Cleveland, Lincoln County area. Well, Hickory, Catawba, but just a little 4-county area, and you've got 8 teams in the top 23. Not quite the SEC in the current college poll. They've got 6 of the top 7. That's just will get sorted out.
Depending on what conference you look at, I'm surprised we don't have somebody in our conference from the coast playing there. Like the ACC.
Oh, the Average Coast Conference.
Yeah,
they are this year. Oh, that was too easy.
Yeah. Set you up on the tee on that one.
That's piling on. It's been a rough year for the ACC in the non-conference games. My goodness. And then Florida State goes over to Dublin and lays an egg.
And they come home and lay an egg.
Yeah. As long as they don't come up with a dozen. So let's look at some of the other games. That's it for the Stadium Halftime Show, brought to you by Power Max Motorsports of Lincolnton. We're getting ready for the third quarter kickoff, and Lincoln County High School football is brought to you by our title sponsor, Bug Busters of Lincolnton.
Yeah, East Lincoln's been lined up for their kickoff for about 3 minutes. Forestview's been warming up, taking their time.
So they will get the ball first, trailing by 23. That's still 3 scores, but you got to go for 2 every time. Okay, and finally, the 10-minute halftime that took about 17 is over. Kick is fielded at the 13-yard line. Goes straight up the gut and is met mightily. Looked to be number 2. That can't be number 2.
I think that's
No,
Jackson
it's
Dollar,
21.
21, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's coming underneath the lights.
I saw the 2. So Horton brings it out to, let's see where they finally marked this, the 27-yard line. So they'll get the ball to open the second half. Usual formation, it'll be Christian Dollar in the backfield, or Holland in the backfield, rather. Phillips, and then everybody out wide. Two spread teams going at each other here. Hand off to Holland, bounces off a defender and one of his offensive linemen. Gets across the 25, scoots out of bounds at about the 29.
Number 9, Christian Holland, run out of bounds by number 27.
After a short gain on that play. I think he was lucky to get that many.
Yeah, I would say it was pretty good vision there. He was trying to run off tackle, ran into an East Lincoln player, bounced out wide, and 27 there for East Lincoln. Tyson Maggs was able to push him out of bounds after about a, 3-yard gain?
Yeah, about 3. Just underway in the third quarter, 30-7 Mustangs. And hard snap count. And we've got a lineman for Forestview and several for East Lincoln that all jumped at the same time, so that'll go on the offense.
Yeah, looked like right tackle there, 55, Xavier Adair. Jumped a little early.
He brought a lot of people with him, but they weren't his own players.
We had an offsides call go against the Jaguars.
So a loss of 5 makes it 2nd and 12. Back to pass, Phillips. It goes off the hands of receiver and is pulled back in. Nice play there. Catch is made by, trying to see, looks like Tristan Holt, number 11.
Yeah, just a quick little screen, wide receiver screen, or he probably was more lined up in the slot, but showed good speed there trying to get out. Able to pick up 11 yards. Good blocking from the other receivers on that play.
Yes, it was. Good, just good job making the catch. It was off his hands, and then he hauled it in on the rebound. Phillips takes a snap in the shotgun, quick out pattern. Ball's tipped in the air, tip drill. It's touched 3 times by East Lincoln, but falls to the turf. Trying to come up with it was
Cooper Phillips' pass was incomplete.
number 15, Cooper Harpster. Almost came up with it.
Looked like even Tristan Holt for Forestry had even had a shot at it.
May have.
The way it was bouncing around up there. They're going for it.
4th and 2. They're trying to see if East Lincoln will jump offside. Almost. There was a twitch there. Play clock down to 4. And they're just going to take the penalty or the timeout. Which is it? So the Jaguars take a timeout. Tried to draw East Lincoln offside. It didn't work. We'll be back with the 4th down play after this. You're listening to the Lincoln County Game of the Week.
Say goodbye to those hot, sticky days in the scorching sun. James River delivers the Back to Cool special on select John Deere cab tractors. Experience ultimate comfort in a roomy, air-conditioned 3R, 4R, or 5E 3-cylinder series cab tractor. Plus, save a cool $5,000 off MSRP on top of 0% for 60-month financing. Comfort has never been so affordable. Visit JamesRiverEquipment.com/cool for more.
James River Equipment Company, Highway 180 North in Shelby. Soon.
Back here with a 4th down play coming up. Tap it. There we go. All right. So the 4th down play here.
So.
And
a flag.
What a shock.
So those things are spring-loaded.
They do come out very easily. All right, so they tried to go for it, just try and burrow behind the center, kind of the Matt Leinart bush push thing.
Penalty win against the Jaguars.
So another 5-yard penalty will make it 4th and 7, and this time I think they're just going to go ahead and go for the punt.
Well, sort of one of the bright spots has been the Forestview punt game.
Yeah, Aycock has done a good job.
Or should I say kicking game. Punts and kicks.
Back deep to receive should be Jackson Beam. Good kick by Aycock, end over end. Beam lets it hit. He's just going to get away from that. Forestview is going to let it roll. They get an extra 5 or 6 yards, and it'll be down at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. They'll have their first possession of the second half.
Jaguars punt is down at the Mustang 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Mustangs.
Well, kind of by proxy, East Lincoln, was sort of mentioned in the coach's interview. Yeah, if you get some subs in, they've been subbing a lot on the defensive side, for sure. As they, again, kind of miss their bye week and get to prepare for Hickory that comes up next week.
And as we said, Hickory doing Hickory things. They're up 28-14. It's only the second quarter. Lawless still in the shotgun. Looks like Daly next to him to his right. Quick pitch at his receiver. Dropped. It was L.J. Forney, the intended receiver.
Yeah, as I'm watching Forestview kind of in the defensive formation, they're outnumbered over here. I'm not surprised that they ran that pass.
That was wide open.
I mean, there's 3 East Lincoln players, 2 Forestview players. The safety is towards the middle of the field.
Actually, he's way over towards the
he's
far hash. He's creeping over. Finally, Daly gets the ball, goes through the left side, weaving through traffic, gets out to the 40-yard line. That'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down on the 14-yard gain by Chris Daly.
I mean, they're just outnumbered to that trip side. I mean, they just keep running over here. So Daly gets through the line of scrimmage, which hasn't been a problem all night. And the wide receivers are able to block at least one person. They get big gains, but of course, spring-loaded flags again are down on the field.
Come on. This is the 3rd game of the season. Should be a little better.
We're at the 19. They got to get to what, the 36?
36. So
17.
So 2nd and 17. So somehow that's a 7-yard penalty. You go figure. Again, I did things in pen. Lawless, quick out pattern. Oh, that was close with a blocking out there. Pass is caught. Jackson Beam. Nice blocking out in front of the play. That was Evan Mateel.
Oh.
Evan Mateel pushed the defender. Just about collided with Beam making the catch, but he's able to.
Was he the one that was injured in the first part of this game? Is that playing the tight end?
I don't remember.
Thinking a different. But anyway, good tackle there by 31 for Forestview, because if he didn't make that tackle, he was gone.
So they get 11 yards, brings up a manageable 3rd and 6, although 3rd and 17 can be manageable for East Lincoln as well. Lawless fakes the throw. It's flushed out of the pocket to the left. He's just going to be ushered out of bounds. Coach Lubowitz catches him before he runs over a cheerleader. And he gets to the 36. That's going to be close. They're signaling first down. I don't know how he can see it, but yeah, they are. It's a Turner Hauser Insurance first down.
Yeah, I was kind of waiting where he was going to spot it in reference to the hash, and he's got it on the
it's just
across the side of the hash.
Yep.
First down.
So another Turner Hauser Insurance first down on that pass, or run by Lawless. He got 4, and that's what they needed. Lawless back to pass, zips one over the middle. He had a receiver settled down there, but he threw it to the side of him.
I think that's
Forney again. It's the intended receiver.
Yeah, I think he thought he was going to settle a little bit more. Forney kind of drifted inside a little bit. and hence the pass was thrown behind him.
Number 31, Logan Harper on the coverage by the Jaguars.
So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
8:57 to go. Clock stopped on the incompletion. And we are 4 minutes into the Bills and Dolphins. So there's people in the press box on either side of me very interested in that game, but not in the same way. So Daly takes the pitch.
Bounces. Wow.
He gets hit on the sideline, and he bounces, and he's still going. He's going to lose a lot of yards, but it was surely entertaining.
Well, he ran for 50 and lost 3.
He's got to come to the sideline just to get a rest after that one. Here he comes. I was writing down his loss of 3, and I was like, he'll come out. Yep.
We were like, plus, nope, wait.
He got all the way to the 45-yard line. He was 1 yard from the first down, bounced off defenders, came back towards this sideline, bounced off some more defenders, and finally got tackled. What a crazy run. 3rd and 12, Lawless back to pass, throws. He's got Beam. The reception is made, and Beam was right at the marker, but he's not getting the best spot. He was past the marker.
Yeah, it took a while for the official to get up there to kind of see where he caught it.
Yeah, now they've got it to 47. That'll be a first down. So Beam with 13 yards when they needed 12. That's just smart football, knowing exactly where the stick is, pushing the defender back and then turning around, taking the catch right where they needed it. Hand off to Funtech over the right side. He's got a big opening. He's across the 45, bounces towards the sideline, 40, 30. Penalty behind the play, so part of that's going to be good. It's going to come back, though. Will it be enough for the first down? It depends on where the penalty is and the spot.
Yeah, it might just.
You may get a penalty and still a first down.
Yeah, it might be close. Yeah.
Block in the back, downfield.
That or a hold, one of the two. Yeah, hold. Great run there by Funtech, though.
It was. Bounced it outside. Got down
speed.
the sidelines. Got some speed, yes. Okay, let's see what we got here. Besides a statistical nightmare.
Get your pencil back, or you're using pen again?
Old habits die hard. So, Funtech is going to get credit for a 20-yard run.
Yeah, I think they got to get the other side of the hash. It's on the East Lincoln side of the hash this time. Might just be touch short.
And then the 10-yard penalty. So they almost got a penalty and a first down. It's going to be, we're showing first down and 1. Very short one. Lawless back to pass, fakes left, throws right. He's got a receiver down the sideline, just out of reach. Nicely thrown ball, but just a bit too far. Is that McLean?
You think the binoculars would help, but I don't think they're helping.
They're saying L.J. Forney. I don't know. It's a little tall for Forney, isn't it? So incomplete there as Matt Beam says, well, let's take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 1 for the Mustangs at the Jaguar 43-yard line.
You got 1 yard to go. You've got a lot of choices. Lawless back to pass. Quick out. Caught by Daly coming out of the backfield. Makes the first defender miss. Gets pushed forward from behind. He gets down to the 31-yard line. Another Turner Hauser Insurance first down. And a 12-yard completion for Lawless. Nice little swing play.
Yeah, like I say, good vision there by Lawless. Quick little swing. Good hands from Daly. Turn upfield.
And he makes people miss.
And if it wasn't for 24 there for Forestview, he would probably got close to the end zone. Polaris Newsom.
That's a great name.
That's yeah.
And Funtech takes it right up the middle, follows his lineman, gets across the 25 to the 24. Good chunk yardage on first down.
Well, it's good to see him rewarded there, Funtech. I mean, he had a great run on the play, and part of it brought back by the penalty. So it's good to see him get another carry and hanging in there and giving good relief to Daly.
Yeah, nice gain of 7 on the play. The typical East Lincoln non-traditional huddle, everybody just kind of stands around. They're not in a normal huddle formation, all looking over for the play call. Lawless back to pass. He's got a guy going for the end zone. It's Beam just off his hands, and we have a flag.
Well, we might have ran a good 2 plays there between flags.
Yeah.
That might be a record.
It might be tonight.
Interior line, that's usually a hold, but, a chop
block.
That was a great pass there from Lawless. Like I said, about the only spot you could put it. Good attempt there by Jackson Beam, just out of the reach, but wouldn't have counted anyway. After
He was open.
After the penalty.
He had gotten behind the defense. So a full 15-yard penalty on the Mustangs this time. 2nd and 3 becomes 2nd and 18. They've got to get to the 21, so 18 to go in 2 plays or maybe 3 to do it.
It's interesting just kind of watching how they're doing the play calling here. 2 guys.
We got Beam and another coach. Not sure which one is which. Beam in motion. He's going to get a quick toss out in the flat. Makes the first man miss. Gets out there. Gets back to the original set of the sticks. Gets to about the 31-yard line, rather. So a gain of 8 on the little swing pass. I mean, just a little swing pass like that, 8 yards. And very close to going further.
Well, for the most part, their receivers for East Lincoln do a great job blocking downfield. They've been called for a couple penalties tonight, but they do really do a good job for each other, maintaining their blocks. They'll allow whoever, Daly or whoever, swinging out of the backfield to get the pass and get some yardage.
Quick pick to Beam over in the left. He gets down to the 27-yard line. So trying to rest Daly here. And they are going to the short passing game, treating it like runs. So we gained about 4 or 5 yards on that play. As we said, 3 plays for the Mustangs. They're not going to punt or go for the field goal. Lawless back in the pocket, surveys, throws. Oh, he's got a man caught on the left side. He's going to go right down the line.
Forney.
L.J. Forney. Totally missed by the defense. He came back across the formation. He hit him in stride. 27-yard touchdown. And the Mustangs are now ahead 36-7. It's an Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram touchdown for the Mustangs.
Yeah, he just ran straight across the formation there, across the front of the defense. Had his defender trailing behind him, just outran him and untouched into the end zone.
Going for 2, quick throw, wide open in the end zone. That looks like McLean.
Number 21, Jackson Dollar.
Is that Chris Daly? No, that was Chris Daly. He had way out wide. And the light show is about to begin here at East Lincoln. It's dark enough now to do it. They got the new lights from Musco, like a lot of teams around here did. So the pass was to Forney for the 27-yard touchdown.
I don't know how you get this thing shut it off.
Yeah, I mean, Forestview was just kind of looking around, didn't know what to do, and Daly just standing there all by himself, easy catch, and into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So it should be 38-7, 4:31 to go. Again, that's an Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lincolnton touchdown.
And then
James River Equipment of Shelby, PAT. As we're trying to get the light show going over here.
Or stopped.
I do.
I think they stopped it. They just left it on green. I like green much better than orange. I do not like orange. So 38-7, 4:31 to go in the third quarter. Mustangs thoroughly in control. There's a kick by Mulkey. It's fielded at the 10-yard line. A little razzle-dazzle here. Handoff going to number 11, Tristan Holt. But East Lincoln was not buying. And it only gets out to about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if that was on purpose or it was just, hey, I'm not usually taking these kickoffs. You take it.
Oh, they did get out across the 20. Okay. I'm surprised. First and 10 at the 22, 4:22 to go. Forestview will go back on offense.
Well, on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard of Lincolnton, Boulder City, Denver and West Lincoln, again 38-7, East Lincoln. Forestview just can't get anything going on the offensive side and really just can't stop them on the defensive side.
Quick pitch forward to Tristan Holt. Kind of a touch pass forward. He goes around the left side, gets run out of bounds at the 27-yard line. So that does count as a pass.
I usually just wait to see if there's any flags on the play because they did talk to each other, so I was wondering if I missed something. Okay.
Not this time. But we're due. It's been 2 plays. 2nd and 4. Pressure. Throw.
Oh.
Went off the hands of number 20, Colton Daniels. And then a defensive play made by number 15, Cooper Harpster. That was not going to get completed one way or the other. He's trying to throw over Daniels, but drop it in to his receiver.
Yeah, a little too close to try for that type of pass, but no harm, no foul. 3rd down. Again, trying to attack the perimeter a little bit more. I'm not sure that's wise with the kind of speed and athleticism that East Lincoln has.
All these incomplete passes also stop the clock, so we still got 4 minutes to go. There's a throw. Catch is made by Elijah Wilson as he comes in on an in pattern. And he's out to the 41-yard line. That'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for the Jags. Gain of 14 on the play.
Well, good little in pattern there. Found the soft spot in that zone. Good pass there from the quarterback, Cooper Phillips. Gives them a first down.
Phillips, that could be a lateral. That's going to be a lateral. I don't think that was a pass. That looked like it went backwards. And now a flag goes in at the end of the play.
Yeah, like I said, that was just a great job there by Mateel for East Lincoln. And as he was holding him up, a couple of East Lincoln players came flying in, and the official thought it was a little excessive, throws the flag, personal foul after the play.
So they lost 9 yards on the play, actually. But they'll gain 15 on the personal foul, and that's going to put it close to a first down. And it is.
Yeah, they're moving the chains.
That's 2 15-yard penalties in a row for the Mustangs. And Coach said before the game they want to try and cut down on penalties. I don't think they've got it yet.
I don't know about that one, though. Like I say, that was just good, good effort there. It didn't look too late to me, but I'd get on it.
Yeah, that was incomplete.
Yeah, I
that
saw
was
it.
definitely
I
from
was on
our
the
angle.
line.
We were sitting right on the line. That did go forward.
This is the one spot of the field where I can see things, so That was definitely right in my
One
vision.
spot. Oh, come on. You can see from the 20.
Maybe a 25.
25.
Yeah.
All the way to the other end.
Of course, it's the far side of 25, not the close side.
Yeah. So 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Trying to find Holland. Trying to get him out in space before.
Yeah, I don't think he got out
up.
wide enough, didn't even turn around until it hit him.
Pass is tipped. Try to.
Phillips' pass was incomplete. Intended for number 11, Christian Holt.
Holt was the intended
deflection.
receiver.
Hutchinson on the coverage for the Mustangs.
And who was that was in that quick?
That was Loffer, yeah. Got in there
Caleb
and
Loffer, number 8.
A couple times he's been getting through the line.
I think he got a piece of it.
Yeah, he definitely deflected that.
Yep. All right. 3rd and 10. Back to pass. Boy, is that a hold. I can't believe that wasn't called.
That one
and
was
then
called.
they'll throw a flag. They'll throw a flag here
That one on Brody
on the
Hager.
tackle. I can't believe they did not call a hold. He was turned around. And now another flag goes flying.
I don't know. Somebody said something on that one. This reminds me of last year's game.
Oh, this is looking exactly like last year's game down there. And
Number 7, Brody Hager. We have a penalty marker on the play.
they missed a blatant hold on the lineman rushing the passer. I mean, if he had uniform 56, he looked like he was wearing 65 after that because it was turned around halfway.
Again, they're definitely going to get Brody Hager for the sort of the horse collar, and then we'll see what kind of transpires after the fact.
So they gained 9 on the play. Who was the receiver? Did you see? That was Holt, I believe.
Yeah.
So the horse collar and was there an unsportsman?
Unsportsman.
Yeah. Jeez. Well, that's going to be half the distance. They were at the 36. So we'll see if the referees can do math.
Although conference if they don't.
And they cannot. Well, let's see. They're at the 36. That's a 21. Then
the
half
distance,
of that penalty should be at the 11-yard line.
Well, this was
Okay,
official
they
on
did
this
get it
end.
right.
Yeah.
They got it at the 11. So 25 yards of penalties, basically. Handoff. Holland goes through the right side. It's being held onto, but he drags the defender across the 5 to the 4.
Mark here by number 9, Christian Holland. Brought down by number 84, Miles Knox.
And he gained 6. It's basically 2nd and goal. I don't think there's a way they can get a first down.
Well, they got the markers up.
They do, but it's barely a yard. It'd be very hard to get a first down and not score. Hand off to Holland again. He's met in the backfield, and he's going backwards. Hey, no flag on that tackle. Go ahead. Hey.
Loffer again, getting it in the backfield.
Did I say that out loud?
Brought down by number 8, Caleb Loffer.
So a loss of 3.
Well, I think both teams are getting a little fired up here because it looks like Christian Holland's picked up another gear. Running really hard, but then, of course, East Lincoln's doing the same.
38-7. We're just about a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. Phillips back to pass, throws an in pattern too high. It's tipped, but falls harmlessly to the turf. So that'll bring up 4th down. They've already thrown 22 times this game now, and we've still got a quarter and change to go.
Yeah, both teams throw it, and with all the penalties, this
We thought we'd get out of here early
part
tonight.
2.
I mean, we've barely played 2 quarters, and it's already 8:40. No post-game show tonight if you're going to tune in and see that or listen to that with Kevin Hastings and the cast of characters they have. That'll be tomorrow night because there's still some games tomorrow night. Shelby's over at Olympic. And play clock's down to 0. And a timeout, Forestview. That is their second of the half. So we'll take a timeout as well. It's 38-7 East Lincoln late in the third quarter.
Sooner or later, everyone wants to make their home dreams a reality. I'm sure you've seen the television shows and flip through magazines and you know what you want. Or then again, maybe you're not sure. You know that you want something different and something better. Get started today by contacting the building professionals at Key Builders in Lincoln. Visit the website at keybuildersnc.com and check out their many floor plans. There's one there for you and your family. Key Builders, locally owned and operated at 1459 North Aspen Street in Lincoln. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
So we're looking at 4th and 6 from the 7-yard line. Forestview trying to punch one in here. Just looking through, North Iredell still leads Mountain Island Charter 21-7. That's now in the fourth quarter. See what else we can find. All the games tonight seem to be over on the west end of the state because everybody's trying to avoid hurricane or tropical storm Francine rainfall. It'll be a tropical storm by the time we get any of the effects of it. Phillips throws over the middle. It's high and hauled in for the touchdown. High pass in the back of the end zone by the end line. Catches. So Tristan Holt catches the touchdown pass. 7-yard score. And that makes it 38-13 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard as they line up for the James River Equipment of Shelby extra point. It looks like they have a special kicker for extra points. This is number 89, the left-footed kicker, Seth Hooks. We saw him earlier. Kick is no good. So with 1:15 to go in the third quarter, it's 38-15 East Lincoln, or 13 rather. You're listening to the Lincoln County Game of the Week on KTC Broadcasting.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
That's the sound of a day starting out right, and I hear it every time my new Toro Z-Master 4000 zero turn starts up. With big-time horsepower, giant Voodoo track tires, turbo force deck, and comforts like MyRide and USB ports, it's fully loaded to mow all day long while delivering that signature Toro cut. From start to finish, the beast means business. Get your Z-Master 4000 today. Toro, count on it. Your local Toro Z-Master 4000 dealer is Power Max Sports, 3636 East Highway 27 in Iron Station.
Grayson Aycock will kick off for the Jaguars. Jackson Beam among those back to receive. And this one is kicked deep, and it flies into the end zone. So good kick by Aycock. He'll retrieve the tee and head to the sideline. East Lincoln will get the ball 1st and 10 after the touchback.
I'm not sure a name like Hooks is good to be a kicker.
It's even worse to be a golfer.
Yeah, that's definitely what I was fighting way back when.
Isn't there a guy on tour named Shank?
Yes.
There is, yeah.
Yes, there is.
Bet his nickname is El Josel. Okay, this time they put it at the 20. I'm not sure what the deal is. It was 25 one time. Who knows?
Maybe out of the back of the end zone is different. Maybe it's like the NFL kickoff.
They do kickoffs in the NFL still? Lawson keeps it. Goes around the left side. He's across the 30. It'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down. Nice carry. First down will, darn it, start the clock. Let's keep this thing going. And now it's going again.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just.
He is a good runner.
28-yard line.
This clock moving here, boys.
First and 10. Ball at the 33. Hand off this time to Daly. Works his way through a line. Gets maybe a yard. That's about it.
Brought down by number 52, Jamae Bennett Collins.
So we're inside 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 9 for the Mustangs.
Daly trots off.
Yeah, they're going to have to run a play. Is there game clock? So.
Play clock's about a second
Yeah.
lower than the game clock. 10 seconds. Lawless takes a snap. Quick throw over the middle. He's got a receiver. It's L.J. Forney. Breaks one tackle. Gets out near midfield, and that'll be another Turner Hauser Insurance first down. As the third quarter ends, your score on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, East Lincoln 38, Forestview 13. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this.
Ram Power Days are underway at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Lincoln. Power on with the strength of a new Ram truck. Now get $3,000 retail consumer cash allowance on most new 2025 Ram 1500 models. And now get $2,000 bonus cash allowance on the new 2024 Ram ProMaster models. Power on during Ram Power Days at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1442 East Main Street in Lincoln. Call Bean Brothers Landscaping in Lincoln and ask about their lawn care agreements for both residential and commercial, starting at $199 per month, including mowing, edging, string trimming, and blowing. Silver, gold, and platinum packages are available on a 12-month agreement, including 41 yearly visits, 30 weekly March through September, 11 off-season visits during October through February. And they'll even clean out your flower beds. Call Bean Brothers Landscaping at 704-718-4988, 969 Reachville Road in Lincoln. Online at beanbrotherslandscaping.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
Time for the fourth quarter, brought to you by our title sponsor, Bug Busters of Lincoln. What, you want to talk?
No, not particularly.
Think so? Okay, we'll let you. He's busy looking up Buffalo Miami scores.
Trying not to.
35-7 Ashbrook over East Gaston. Ashbrook looking really well. Line, quick, long out pattern all the way across the field. He's got Jackson Beam. Beam finally gets kind of a wrestling match there. Beam pretty much the winner. He caught the ball at about the 49, but managed to get another 4 yards on that. So gain of 5, and I'm going to have a bit of a problem here with East Lincoln and Coach Matt Beam. My score sheet only goes to 29 pass attempts, and we're already at 27. I'm going to have to get a different score sheet for East Lincoln games. Lawing, pitches. Funtech has the ball. Avoids one tackler. Gets through. Gets corralled finally. But not before he gets to the 36-yard line, and another first down for the Mustangs. Gain of 11. And a first down, Mustangs.
I'll tell you, they're tough to bring down. I don't care who's catching the ball. They fight for yards. They just want every yard they can get, and they're tough to bring down.
Hickory 35, Cox Mill 21. That's a halftime score. Lawless back to pass, throws a quick one out to the left sideline. Had a receiver. It's caught.
I think is that T.J. Griffin?
Is that Griffin? And it was complete to Griffin. And he gets to the 25, gain of 11, and another Turner Hauser Insurance first down. They're just clicking off these 8, 5, 10, 11-yard quick throws. Lawless has a gun. That ball comes out of there. Next week, you've got East Lincoln and Hickory. You got 2 gunslingers. I can't remember the name of the Hickory quarterback, but he slings it out of there pretty quick as well. First and 10 at the 25. Hand off to the man in motion. Nope, Lawless keeps it up the middle. He's got a big opening. Works his way towards the left sideline and into the end zone for the touchdown. Lawless with a 25-yard touchdown run. And this one's getting blown open big time.
Well, he just went right through everybody. I don't even know if he was touched the way he started on the right, broke back left.
Yeah, went up the middle for a bit, then said, let's go find the left sideline. And there was nobody over there. So that makes it, so that's an Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lincolnton touchdown. And now the Mulkey will try the James River Equipment PAT. Low snap, hold, kick is up, and he does it. Mulkey gets it through despite the bad snap that I'm sure threw off the timing. So with 10:06 to go in the game, East Lincoln 45, Forestview 13.
For your pest control for your home or business, who you gonna call? Bug Busters. For over 25 years, they've been serving North and South Carolina with the best in professional pest control. Family and veteran owned and operated. From crawl space encapsulation to termites to wildlife to pest control to structural repair to waterproofing. They do it all. Call 704-732-2227. Online at bugbusters.com. Like them on Facebook too. Who you gonna call? Bug Busters.
Heading to the big game? Head first to Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC in Lincoln, where the prices are falling. Right now, get up to $6,800 off the new Chevy Silverado, but that's not all. Get up to $5,000 off the new GMC Sierra, but that's not all. All Buick SUVs are priced so low, they can't even mention it on the air. Come in for the details. And don't forget about their Car Bravo certified vehicles. See the complete inventory online at AbernathyChevrolet.com, located at 1445 East Main Street in Lincoln.
Back here at East Lincoln, this one is pretty much over. We're just going to have to play out the last 10:06. It's 45-13 Mustangs. They're just putting it on. Forestview. Nice 80-yard drive there in about 2.5 minutes. Ball scooped up at the 14-yard line after the kick. It's number 1, Elijah Wilson. He gets around the right side, gets to the sideline, and is finally shoved out of bounds, but not before he gets out to the 45-yard line.
A good return there. So good speed, got to the outside. Not too many bad athletes, really, for Forestview. I think
there's some talent there.
Yeah, just got to kind of put it together.
Yeah.
And, we talked about Coach Rayfield again, sort of taking over the reins, and that first year sort of trying to find a niche, put the pieces together, and they got 2 touchdowns tonight. It's doubled their output.
Looking at another score, break up Highland Tech. They win 70-0 tonight.
3-0.
3-0. Break up the Rams. And the clock runs out on the play clock. Not sure what they're doing. That, by my count, is their 11th penalty of the night. No, that can't be right. I wrote that down the wrong place. That's their 10th penalty of the night. Or 25-yarders. Someone's complaining that Forestview gets 5 and the Mustangs get 15. Well, they got 25 on that one play. Quick throw by Phillips out to Tristan Holt in the flat. He's trying to juke through some defenders, and there's about 5 of them from East Lincoln that bring him down. And a loss on the play of 5 yards. Bandy's lead South Caldwell 21-6 third quarter. West Iredale leads West Wilkes 17-14 third quarter. Oh, I bet that's exciting. Pass is intercepted. Tried to dump one over the middle. It's picked off by East Lincoln. He's going to go all the way down the sideline. That's a pick 6 for the Mustangs. Can't see who made the play.
15?
Is it 15, Cooper Harpster? Yeah, 42-yard interception return. And it was Cooper Harpster. So the second interception of the night is a pick six, 42-yard return. Yes.
Well, you wonder if they go for two. That'll put it at that 40 mark.
Nah, they're gonna kick.
Yeah, that's good. Smart sportsmanship there.
Yep. So the kick by Mulkey, much better snap and placement this time. He pounds it through. So with 9:07 to go in the game, the Mustangs 52, Jaguars 13.
Their Car Bravo certified vehicles. See the complete inventory online at AbernathyChevrolet.com, located at 1445 East Main Street in Lincoln.
Get ready to celebrate 100 years of tradition, family fun, and unforgettable memories at the Cleveland County Fair in Shelby, North Carolina, presented by Albemarle. From thrilling rides and exciting games to delicious food and live entertainment, there's something for everyone. Join us from September 26th to October 6th for this historic event at North Carolina's largest county fair. Grab your tickets today at clevelandcountyfair.com, and let's make this a celebration to remember.
Back at East Lincoln, let's take a look just up the road in Maiden. St. Stephen's 6, Maiden 0. That's halftime. Ooh, excitement there. South Point still leads High Brighton 16-8 at halftime. Burns leads 6-0 at halftime over AC. That's it. That's all I've got. What's the Bill score?
It was tied at 7 last time I saw. End of the first quarter, apparently. But I'm going to go into What's Up Shopper here and see if we can.
And you can get all kinds of nice updates on whatsupshopper.com. Is that Twitter or just the website?
East Rutherford 27, North Lincoln 34.
Wow, what a game that is.
In the third. Plenty of time to go in the third. North Gaston 14, Cherryville 2.
Long kickoff, and it slides down the sideline. He might go all the way. How did he get through all those people there around the 40-yard line? And they're signaling a touchdown, so that's a 90-yard return. Number one, Elijah Wilson. Somehow he got through a bunch of people. It looked like a sideline meeting there. But he found a way through and scores the touchdown. Another Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lincolnton touchdown. That is the 11th of the night of the game. 9 tonight. There were 2 before we started.
Right.
Before we resumed. Trying to keep all this straight. That's already 9 touchdowns. We still got 8:50 to go. Plenty of time for another dozen. Forestview lines up to go for 2. Hand off to Holland, and he is met in the backfield.
He's not a little slow getting up.
Caleb Loffer again. He's making some plays.
Breaking up, doing some pass breaking up.
So the James River equipment conversion is no good, and that makes it 52-19. We'll be back with a kickoff after this.
The Suzuki King Quad 100% ATV sale is underway at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get 0% financing for 36 months or up to $1,000 in customer cash. And check out the line of Kawasaki bikes. Save up to $2,000 on select models. Select a Honda ATV and get up to $300 in free accessories. Plus, don't miss the Yamaha Wave Runner Best of Show Sales event. Come in for the details at Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
So we've had 2 touchdowns now in 17 seconds.
Better than 2 flags in 17 seconds.
Yeah, that's the case. So it's 52-19. This one's pretty well decided here. But of interest to East Lincoln fans, it's East Rutherford 37, North Lincoln 34. And that is still in the third quarter.
From their own 20-yard
Takes a
line.
long time to score all that many points. Everybody thinks North Lincoln is ground control, but boy, if they get some people in space, they can go.
Oh, East Rutherford getting
Same
them,
as North
getting
Lincoln,
fight.
or East Lincoln here. I'm getting East and North mixed up. Jimmy Cherry will be beating on me shortly. So the touchback gives the Mustangs the ball at the 20-yard line this time. So Davis Beam is now into the game as a quarterback. Younger brother of Jackson Beam, I'm sure, certain. Sophomore. Hands off on the first play. We had Daly back in the game.
Yeah, still got
Yeah,
Daly
Daly's in there helping him out.
Number 2, Deuce
You want-
Daly, the ball carrier, brought down by number 24, Polaris and Newsom.
So I got it on the 26, gain of 6 there. You do want to get somebody in there and he'll feel comfortable with, one of your better runners, but you could put Funtech back there as well too.
Yeah, like you said, you're getting ready. Like you said, the game's undecided.
Mm-hmm.
Keep Daly fresh for that big game next week.
Yeah, but he gets it again, goes around the right side, across the 25, the 30, cuts it back, gets out to the 40-yard line, and, oh, we were overdue. Penalty marker on the play.
Carried by number 2, Deuce Daly. Brought down by number 58.
Well, that's kind of in the middle of the field. That's sort of an odd spot if it's a hold, but usually it is.
Jackson Beam's throwing his hands up. He can't understand what's going on.
Well, they holding call go against the Mustangs. I hope this crew doesn't get to do a real Friday night.
Yeah, I believe this is the same crew we had last year against Force.
I would not be surprised. This is bad as it was down there last year. My goodness. So that makes it 2nd and 10. Puts it back to the 20-yard line, and they've got to get to the 30. Whole lot of fury signifying nothing so far on this possession.
Like Funtech is in.
Beam, Cox, throws, almost intercepted. He was looking for a receiver there, but Ryan Gerlach.
Incomplete. Intended for number 14, Jackson Beam. Broken up by number 26.
Davis looking for his brother Jackson, looking for kind of a
connection,
rekindling the backyard.
Bring up 3rd and 10 for the Mustangs.
So incomplete pass by Beam. The book's closed on Lawless. Beam back to pass, throws one down the field long. He's got a receiver down the sideline, but he led him a little too much. It was TJ Griffin. Griffin's not happy about it. Lawless comes over on the bench.
Next thing's pass was
Says, hey, hang in there. Young kid, you know, give him a chance.
Yeah, if he waited a split second longer, he probably would have had him. Saw the rush coming in and maybe was thinking about the speed of TJ Griffin and just not a bad throwing ball, just a little quick.
East Lincoln running a couple players onto the field late here. That'll be in punt formation. Trying to see who the punter is.
Got the build
Decent kick.
Dollar.
Jackson Dollar kicks it. Ball is fielded in midfield by Elijah Wilson right on the logo. So it'll be a bit of a short field for the Jaguars. They take over, 7:43 to go. Got anything else from, you're getting better updates on what's up, Shopper.
Yeah.
I'm not even getting an update for, they don't even have North Lincoln, East Rutherford listed that I can see. In progress.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, well, there you go.
35-34. You said that one. East Rutherford, North Lincoln. North Gaston 14-2 over Cherryville.
Hand off to Tristan Holt in the backfield. Breaks through the line, makes a couple guys miss, gets towards the right sideline. Is dragged down to 45. Good run by Holt in traffic.
By number 11, Tristan Holt. Brought down by number 24, Messiah Thompson. Pick up a 6 on the carry.
Yeah, they'll make it 6. Why not?
Highland Tech, they're really on Highland Tech on What's Up, Shepard.
Yeah, 70-0, I'd be too. No, they won that bad. Yeah, Highland Tech, they're 3-0. Break up the Rams. Hand off to Holt, jitterbugs in the backfield, then breaks around the right side, scoots down there and just goes out of bounds, but it'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down. He gets pushed out at the 35 after a gain of 9. And with that, he now has positive yardage on the night.
Good for him. Good for him.
He's got 2 yards on 5 carries.
Didn't think because they ran out of bounds that he stopped the clock.
Oh, please keep it going. Holt again through the right side, same kind of play. He's got space, gets across the 20, across the 10. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Forestview. He's got some good speed if you can get him through the line.
Yeah, that Tristan Holt, yeah, they might have found something here.
So a 35-yard touchdown, another Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lincolnton touchdown. That's 10 now for the game in the resumption.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, he can really go from side to side, get upfield quick, and with a few.
Once he finds an opening, boy, the Jets come on.
A few subs there for East Lincoln in the defensive backfield. That makes it a little bit easier, but still, good speed, good run.
Grayson Aycock on for the James River Equipment of Shelby extra point. Snap, hold, and the kick is good. So with 6:45 to play in the game, it's Mustangs 52, Jaguars 26. You're listening to the Lincoln County Game of the Week.
You can book your tee times online at the Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden. Just go online at glenoaksgolf.com. Pick out your tee time and book it. Check out their pro shop, snack bar, driving range, and banquet hall. And memberships are available. For more information, call 828-428-2451. Or again, go online at glenoaksgolf.com and like them on Facebook too. For over 60 years, Honda Motorcycles of Shelby has been serving this area, and they continue to do so today. Right now, you'll find a good inventory of dirt bikes, plus 150 and up to 450 models of on- and off-road bikes. See the new 2024 Honda Rebel, along with 4x4 ATVs and side-by-sides, including the Pioneer and the Talon, plus Gold Wings and Trikes. And don't forget about their parts and service department. That's Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at HondaMotorcyclesofShelby.com.
Back to receive, Jackson Beam. Kick from Grayson Aycock. Low line drive kick. Hits at the 3, skips all the way through the back of the end zone. Another touchback. And it'll be 1st and 10 again at the 20.
Well, like I say, Forestview may have found something in that number 11, Tristan Holt. Shows good speed. Able to get to the side. He's the one that had the kickoff return, too, isn't
Yeah,
he?
get Holt or Holland and Holt in the backfield.
Mm-hmm. And Elijah
Maybe
Wilson,
take a
number
receiver
1,
out
too,
of the
has been-
formation, and they still have 3 out there because they run it without a tight end, if I remember, if I've seen it correctly.
Yeah, they're pretty much running 4 wides, 1 in the back. The old 10 personnel, if you're listening at home. 1 running back, 0 tight ends.
Handoff goes towards the far sideline. Is that Funtech?
Yeah.
Funtech with a carry. He gets 3 yards. But more importantly, at this point, coach wants the clock to run.
Pick up a 3 on the carry, brings up 2nd and 7 for the Mustangs.
Been sitting here too long tonight. I can feel all the blood down at the bottom of my legs. I need to get up and move.
Well, this is about the length of a regular game. It's
Yes.
2 hours, 10 minutes in. And we were 9 minutes already into the game.
Hand off to Funtech. He's hitting the backfield. He's not going to go anywhere after that. 3 Jaguars came through to hit him. And
Tech stopped in the backfield.
They're generously saying he got to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play brings up 3rd and 7 for the Mustangs.
Clock rolling, 5.5 to play in the game. Mustangs doubling up the Jaguars, 52-26. Beam keeps it, goes around the right side, avoids one tackle, slides through another, breaks another, and he's across the 30-yard line for Turner Hauser Insurance. First down, great run by Davis Beam.
Funtech.
Oh, I'm sorry, Funtech.
He did give it.
No, they did say it was
to see
Beam.
those numbers.
Yeah, it is. So he went from the 23 to the 33, gain of 10. And you think he could bounced off about 10 people as well.
Like I say, they've been doing that all night, just running hard, getting those extra yards after contact. They've done a fantastic job with that. And Funtech's kind of got a nice little spell there for Davis.
Yeah, he is. Might be looking at a Subway Award.
I believe so.
Quick throw out to T.J. Griffin. Went off his hands. He was hit just as the ball got there by number 4, Deshaun Bay.
Well, if they kind of saw what I saw, they were looking at each other before the snap.
Yeah, that was kind of telegraphed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Coming to you, man. As they've done all night, the Jaguars have one safety up high in the middle of the field. Quick throw.
Yeah,
Lineman tried to jump up and block his vision. Wasn't the best toss.
Yeah, kind of short arm that one. He didn't really reach back and throw it. He just kind of quick passed it out there and didn't really get a good length, good zip on it.
Still looking for his first completion. He's 0 for 3 so far. And he mop up roll here. Beam keeps it, fakes after Funtech. Takes it over the left side rather. Right from here, left from there. And he gets out to 38-yard line, so he gets 5 yards, but that won't be enough. And that'll bring up a punt situation for the Mustangs. Clock rolling, 4.5 to play.
I'm going to have to stand up.
The spin, yeah.
Appreciate the seats, but they're little firm.
Yeah, metal seats. Old butts. Doesn't work well.
Not a good combination.
Nah. Jackson Dollar with a nice punt. High, wobbly kick. Holt lets it bounce. And it rolls dead at the 20-yard line. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Well, like you say, some positives for Forest out of this game. I think they might have found some speed, a couple different maybe formations and plays on the offensive side anyway.
A couple people they can alternate and
something they can
keep
build
fresh.
on.
I mean, Holland was the big ball carrier there for a long time. 3:52 to play. Forestview with the ball at the 20-yard line. It's just a matter of slipping the clock operator at 20 to keep it going.
Hey, look, $20 bill.
Hey, where'd that come from?
Ball carried by number 11, Tristan Holt.
So Holt again with another carry. And gain of 6. Just following his line.
Well, I think mission accomplished here for East Lincoln. Again, get the score up, getting their subs in, trying to get as much rest as they can.
Because you look down here, a lot of numbers we've called tonight are all sitting right in front of us.
He's in bounds. Keep the clock moving.
So a run there for a Turner Hauser Insurance first down.
Ball carried by number 11, Tristan Holt. Brought down by number 23, Xavier Wright.
So 5 yards and a first down. The line for Holt is starting to look better after being negative for a long time.
Now we kind of mentioned sort of garbage time here a little bit, but still.
Yes.
Still showing good speed, good vision here on this one.
Yeah. Goes all the way to the right, doesn't like what he sees, runs back to the left, and he gains nothing. Yeah, maybe loss of a yard.
Number 11, Tristan Holt, the ball carrier.
Ran a good 45 yards at least.
We've seen a couple holes plays tonight.
Yes, we have. Chris Daly done that as well.
Loss of one on the play brings up 2nd and 11 for the Jaguars.
Clock rolling, 2:20 to go. Trying to stifle a yawn here. Someone else in the press box yawned. It is contagious. Phillips back to pass, throws, got a receiver, catches made. It's Wilson. Fumble. Ball comes out after the reception. It's jumped on by East Lincoln.
Fumble was recovered by the Mustangs.
So the pass is complete. And it'll be a gain of 8 yards on the play, but then a fumble as Wilson got hammered. And a recovery goes to the Mustangs. And I think we may see the victory formation here.
Is that their third turnover, the forced interception, 2 fumbles? I think that's right.
So they have the ball on the Jaguar side of the field after the fumble recovery. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line.
Mustangs take a knee. We got 2nd down for the Mustangs.
And a good move here by Coach Lubowitz. Game's out of hand. It's been decided. You got the turnover. And just take a knee. There was the victory formation.
Please load up your chairs before leaving. Also, we're in need of some volunteers to help with our pregame meals with our teams. Also, volunteers to help out in our concession stand. So please help support our Mustang student athletes by volunteer. Thank you.
2nd down and 10. Another knee taken. Slight loss there on the play.
Well, again, good job by East Lincoln tonight. Don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I could tell we got a little feedback going on.
Yeah, no, catching a buzz here.
Yeah.
Beavis and Butthead came through.
But again, mission accomplished. Like I said, they wanted to get out of this one. Looks like didn't see any, knock on wood again, any injuries. Got their subs in here for pretty much most of the 4th quarter. And with Hickory coming up next week, gives them time to prepare a little bit with that extra day since we're not playing tomorrow.
So that's final 15 seconds are running off on the scoreboard. Teams are shaking hands in the middle of the field already as the clock rolls. And the final score will be East Lincoln 52, Forestview 26. We'll be back with a stadium post-game show brought to you by Glen Oaks Golf Club of Maiden after these timeouts.
Ram Power Days are underway at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Lincoln. Power on with the strength of a new Ram truck. Now get $3,000 retail consumer cash allowance on most new 2025 Ram 1500 models. And now get $2,000 bonus cash allowance on the new 2024 Ram ProMaster models. Power on during Ram Power Days at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1442 East Main Street in Lincoln. Call Bean Brothers Landscaping in Lincoln and ask about their lawn care agreements for both residential and commercial, starting at $199 per month, including mowing, edging, string trimming, and blowing. Silver, gold, and platinum packages are available on a 12-month agreement, including 41 yearly visits, 30 weekly March through September, 11 off-season visits during October through February. And they'll even clean out your flower beds. Call Bean Brothers Landscaping at 704-718-4988. 969 Reachville Road in Lincoln. Online at beanbrotherslandscaping.com. Like them on Facebook too.
For your pest control for your home or business, who you gonna call? Bug Busters. For over 25 years, they've been serving North and South Carolina with the best in professional pest control. Family and veteran owned and operated. From crawl space encapsulation to termites to wildlife to pest control to structural repair to waterproofing. They do it all. Call 704-732-2227. Online at bugbusters.com. Like them on Facebook too. Who you gonna call? Bug Busters.
Heading to the big game? Head first to Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC in Lincoln, where the prices are falling. Right now, get up to $6,800 off the new Chevy Silverado, but that's not all. Get up to $5,000 off the new GMC Sierra, but that's not all. All Buick SUVs are priced so low, they can't even mention it on the air. Come in for the details. And don't forget about their Car Bravo certified vehicles. See the complete inventory online at AbernathyChevrolet.com, located at 1445 East Main Street in Lincoln.
Get ready to celebrate 100 years of tradition, family fun, and unforgettable memories at the Cleveland County Fair in Shelby, North Carolina, presented by Albemarle. From thrilling rides and exciting games to delicious food and live entertainment, there's something for everyone. Join us from September 26th to October 6th for this historic event at North Carolina's largest county fair. Grab your tickets today at clevelandcountyfair.com, and let's make this a celebration to remember. The Suzuki King Quad 100% ATV sale is underway at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get 0% financing for 36 months or up to $1,000 in customer cash. And check out the line of Kawasaki bikes. Save up to $2,000 on select models. Select a Honda ATV and get up to $300 in free accessories. Plus, don't miss the Yamaha Wave Runner Best of Show Sales event. Come in for the details at Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
You can book your tee times online at the Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden. Just go online at glenoaksgolf.com. Pick out your tee time and book it. Check out their pro shop, snack bar, driving range, and banquet hall. And memberships are available. For more information, call 828-428-2451. Or again, go online at glenoaksgolf.com and like them on Facebook too. For over 60 years, Honda Motorcycles of Shelby has been serving this area, and they continue to do so today. Right now, you'll find a good inventory of dirt bikes, plus 150 and up to 450 models of on- and off-road bikes. See the new 2024 Honda Rebel, along with 4x4 ATVs and side-by-sides, including the Pioneer and the Talon, plus Gold Wings and Trikes. And don't forget about their parts and service department. That's Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at HondaMotorcyclesofShelby.com. Tarzan says it's the biggest tree cutting special he's ever seen from J. Douglas Tree Service. Why, it's so big, it's driving cheetah bananas. Now, for a limited time from J. Douglas Tree Service, all current customers can take 10% off. But that's not all. New customers get 20% off. Trim it up, cut it down, and they also do stump grinding. And they've just recently added the 75-foot bucket truck. Call 704-689-9459. Again, 704-689-9459 for a free estimate. That's J. Douglas Tree Service.
Time now for the Stadium Postgame Show, brought to you by Glen Oaks Golf Club of Maiden. And we finally got it finished. It only took 13 days, 1 hour, and 53 minutes. Who's counting? I've never done a game twice.
Yeah. Would have been a heck of a lot shorter if...
our favorite between the penalties and, oh, my God. I mean, both teams had over 10 penalties, and it got sloppy, which, I mean, when it's 52-13, that's going to happen. So first up will be a recap of the game brought to you by Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain. And I'm not going to go through every touchdown because between the two games, the two that were scored way back on the 30th of August and I'm trying to do math, 10 touchdowns that were scored tonight. It'd take too long to go through that. We'd be here till the Hickory team showed up next week if we did
next
that.
Week's game.
Yeah, pretty much. So we'll give you an overall view of things. East Lincoln did East Lincoln things, and Forestview was bottled up pretty good by the East Lincoln defense for the most part when the first string was in there. So the stats are a little bit padded, but not horribly. Ooh, I never added up the rushing totals.
Well, like I say, it was good to see. You'd like to think Forestview maybe found a little something. I don't care if there was against subs because they had a good kickoff return. Kind of in the middle of the third quarter there by number 11 for Forestview.
Tristan Holt.
Yep. I mean, he did a great job. Elijah Wilson, number 1, had some big plays for them. So hopefully, at least on the offensive side, they're not just Christian Holland. It seemed like they were sort of one-dimensional. So they got some more pieces on that side. That's something that they can maybe look at as they get ready to go into conference play here coming up.
So stats for them on the night. I can't believe this is how few yards they had. They had so many plays where they lost yardage. A couple were really big. They ended up running 24 times for 75 yards. I would have thought it would have been a little higher than that, but then you start remembering, there were a lot of negative plays in there. Just my count here's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 negative plays at least. And that's not going to help your total, especially when you got a -9, -4, -6. Now, when they've got the first-string defense in there, they can really send some people in there, and they just clog up the middle. Holland had to go off tackle either side. Holt was getting what he did outside. A couple runs up the middle, but not much there.
Yeah, like I said, they definitely have the size up front on the East Lincoln side to bottle up anybody. But
we'll see
job
next
there.
week.
Yeah, we'll see what happens against Hickory.
Yeah, and passing-wise, it was 14 of 26, 137 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So that is the line. All of those passes were by Connor Phillips. His favorite receiver is 2 receivers are definitely Elijah Wilson and Tristan Holt. They had the majority of the catches. So that's it for Forestview. And then over on the other side for East Lincoln, great balance again. You look up at the end, and all of a sudden you go, good gracious, 27 carries, 250 yards on the ground. 17 of 31 passing overall, 290 yards, 4 touchdowns, and an interception.
Well, they're just so hard to get down. Like every time they would catch the ball, sometimes it wasn't, whether it was a quick pass, it was for a couple yards, but then they were 8-10 yards down the field, bouncing off people, breaking tackles, just get yards after catch.
A lot of yak, as they say.
A lot of yak.
Yards after catch. So almost 600 yards again, 540. And that was pulling in the reins in the fourth quarter, too. They could have had 600-700 yards easily. So let's see. So that's pretty much it. So 540 yards offense, 8 touchdowns total in the game, 1 of them on the defense. Nice interception return by number 15, Cooper Harpster, sophomore.
Yes.
Wow, they just reload, don't they? Because, look at some of the people they're making plays for them. There's some young ones. Jackson Dollar's looking good. There's some other younger players that are stepping up, making contributions. So catch their breath. Next week, they get Hickory. I believe that is here. I've got their schedule in front of me. And, they play Hickory. That'll be 7:30 next Friday night. And that will be quite a barn burner. So let's take a look at some of the awards for the game. Then we'll see if we can catch up on some scores around the area because really got an interest in what's going on up near Forest City, East Rutherford and North Lincoln. 2 teams that run the football, and it is just a shootout. Absolute shootout. So let's get to some awards. First up, Sub of the Game, brought to you by Subway of Boger City.
Yeah, like you say, a lot of subs, of course, on the defensive side, sort of in that garbage time that we've sort of mentioned. But a lot of times during the game, running back for East Lincoln, Matthew Funtek, came in and spelled Chris Daly and was able to rack up 44 yards on 6 carries. And I think he even had a couple runs that were brought back by the flag.
He lost some yardage on some of them.
He was probably getting up there near, at least 75 area. I don't think quite 100, but it looked good. good young player, was able to
a lot of speed,
break some tackles, and when he was in the open field, he was
wow.
going. So that was the sub of the game, brought to you by Subway of Boulder City.
Next up is the offensive player of the game, brought to you by Rhodes and Beal Oil Company of Lincolnton.
How can you pick on the East Lincoln side? I mean, we could have drawn him out of a hat, but
it's a cornucopia of choices.
But it was good to see. We kind of had heard that maybe Chris Day was a little banged up, wasn't able to maybe go, but we came right out, pretty much took off where he left off last week. Had 14 carries, 131 yards. Lone touchdown, but set up a lot of plays. Was able to get outside, break some tackles, as we mentioned, as a lot of East Lincoln players did, and kind of was able to let Lawless do his thing at the quarterback position. So Chris Daly, offensive player of the game, brought to you by Rhodes and Beal Oil Company of Lincolnton.
Next up, defensive player of the game, Western Steers Steakhouse of Newton is our sponsor.
Yeah, again, I mean, who do you
exactly.
pick? It was just.
I mean, go down the list here. Caleb Lawfer.
Yeah, Caleb Lawfer just seemed to always be in the quarterback's face when they were back to pass, and I had him for 2 pass breakups, and that was at the line of scrimmage. It wasn't like he was a defensive back breaking him up down the field or out in the flat or anything, but ended up also with 3 tackles, 2 assisted tackles, 5 total tackles. Just seemed when a big play was needed that Caleb Lawfer was in somebody's face. Most of the time, the quarterback for Forestview. So he is the defensive player of the game, brought to you by Western Steer Steakhouse of Newton.
I hope he introduced himself to Connor Phillips before the game, so Connor knew who was flying in at him all night. And Evan Mateel and Jackson Dollar and others. I mean, it's a group effort there for East Lincoln. And then finally, the overall player of the game, brought to you by Abernathy Chevrolet of Lincolnton. And this one's a
little bit easier to pick, I think, just because of through the air and, of course, on the ground. I think we saw a lot of that last year from Grant. I don't know if he's done it really too much this year, but Grant Lawless, quarterback for East Lincoln, 17 of 28, 290 yards. I mean, 17 receptions, 290 yards. I mean, doing quick math, that's at least,
15
or so, or
17.1.
Yeah, 17.1. Just
sorry, former math teacher.
Yeah, some, of course, that yak that we talked about, but a lot of great balls, good throws, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, which was down at the end that they got at the,
Force. It was a 4th down. They were just going to fling it down there
As
anyway.
you mentioned, should have probably downed it in the end zone, but ended up getting on the 2 and pretty much set up East Lincoln for a short score. But anyway, also ran it for 5 carries for 61 yards. So Grant Lawless, overall player of the game, Abernathy Chevrolet of Lincolnton sponsoring that overall player of the game award for us tonight.
And he's got deceptive speed. I mean, he's 6'3". He looks tall and lanky, but when he pulls it down and goes, there's a gear. He gets out in open space. He can move it pretty good. So just yet another weapon for East Lincoln, like they need more. I mean, you got the receivers, Beam, Forney, McLean, Fletcher McLean, T.J. Griffin, Jackson Dollar playing tight end, Evan Mateel playing tight end. And they can catch the ball. They didn't get it thrown to them, but we watched them in warm-ups. Everybody on that team, there's a lot of people who can catch a football.
And it's just, and if they get out in space, like I say, they get out in space, they got the speed, and, of course, they got tenacity. They don't want to be brought down.
No.
I wonder if there's, some kind of internal award for yak or something, because they take on the hits and they break tackles and they just don't go down. Like, they don't even run out of bounds.
No.
They'll run into the defensive player before they run out of bounds. I don't think they ran out of bounds at all tonight. So
Daly did, but that was later in the game too. Yeah, I'm tired. Get me out of here. Come on, Coach. All right, so let's take a look at a few scores around the area before we wrap things up. We'll see what we can get between us here. North Iredell has defeated Mountain Island Charter, so that means I had a list of the games because I've got records on stuff. Oh, you know what? I got too many papers floating around here.
Well, I've got a score here. It's not
okay.
It's of course, one of our What's Up shoppers that do some coverage. But North Gaston 35, Cherryville 2. So Cherryville was out to a 2-0 lead and now has given up
Ooh.
35 straight points. And here's the game we kind of been looking for, the East Rutherford North Lincoln. East Rutherford 49, North Lincoln 42. Less than 10 minutes, 9:50 to go in the game. This is from 9 minutes ago, so can't be
There's still
too
10
far
minutes
off.
to go. They might both hit 60. This is looking like Mahomes and Mayfield, except it's probably on the ground.
And then we got Burns 21-7 over AC Davis. And looks like that's all I got on What's Up Shopper.
Let's see over here on
Thank you. What's Up Shopper for
East Lincoln's in progress. How nice.
Okay.
Yeah, good
Maybe
job
from,
here.
Maybe that's from 2 weeks ago or last week.
Well, it's been in progress for a long time. Ashbrook 47, East Gaston 7. That's in the fourth quarter. That one's pretty much done with. Yeah, Highland Tech 70-0. My goodness.
3-0.
Yeah. Now Hickory doing Hickory things. They lead Cox Mill 55-28 in the fourth quarter.
What a battle that's going to be next week at East Lincoln.
Going to be a great game here. Hickory coming down to play East Lincoln. We'll be over at Statesville versus North Lincoln, so the heavyweights go at it in conference next week. Drawn leads Chase 21-20 in the fourth quarter. Lumberton still leads Red Springs 5-2 in the well, it still says first quarter.
Okay.
Hopefully somebody's hit a base hit, or RBI single or something.
I was going to say, somebody may have a grand slam. You never know.
Yeah. West Iredell 34, West Wilkes 22 in the fourth quarter. Bandies, my goodness, Bandies keeps rolling. They go to 3-0 before conference next week. They beat South Caldwell on the road 35-6. Good victory for the Trojans. Maiden leads St. Stephen's 15-6. That's not the South Point 30-14 over High Brighton. Burns leads Alexander Central 28-7 in the fourth quarter. Same for South Point. That's fourth quarter score. And that's it for what I have around the area. So again, tomorrow there's still a few games in the area. Shelby is at Olympic. Let's see if they can dodge the raindrops, see if Francine stays more in the middle of the country or comes this way a little bit.
I imagine Olympic has turf as well, so that might help.
Well, let's hope so. And then Lake Norman Charter heads down the road about 5 miles to Pine Lake Prep. Those two schools aren't far apart. And then Freedom is at Gaffney, going down to South Carolina to take on Gaffney. So that'll do it here on the Stadium Postgame Show, brought to you by Glen Oaks Golf Club of Maiden. We thank you for joining us for the resumption of this game. Again, the final score, East Lincoln 52, Forestview 26. I'm Dave Potter. He's Scott Tudor. And you're listening to the Lincoln County Game of the Week on KTC Broadcasting, LincolnCounty.com, and on YouTube. Again, join us next week. We'll be at North Lincoln as they take on the Greyhounds of Statesville. Thank you for joining us, and good night.
Say goodbye to those hot, sticky days in the scorching sun. James River delivers the Back to Cool special on select John Deere cab tractors. Experience ultimate comfort in a roomy, air-conditioned 3R, 4R, or 5E 3-cylinder series cab tractor. Plus, save a cool $5,000 off MSRP on top of 0% for 60-month financing. Comfort has never been so affordable. Visit JamesRiverEquipment.com/cool for more.
James River Equipment Company,